Those are the primary reasons that we saw an almost doubling of the national debt during the Bush administration. And since President Obama has been in office, we have passed a stimulus package, also adding to the deficit in national debt. But here we are today with a $13.8 trillion national debt, $1.4 trillion deficit, and almost all Americans are in agreement that this is a very serious issue. So the first point that I would make is that it seems to me to be unconscionable for my conservative friends and for everybody else in this country to be driving up this already too high national debt by giving tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires who don't need it, and in a number of cases, Mr. President, don't even want it. Here's one of the interesting ironies. There are lists of many, many very wealthy people who've come forward and say, sure, I want a tax break. Everybody wants a tax break. But you know what? There are other priorities in this country. I don't need it. And two of the wealthiest people in the world, Bill Gates of Microsoft, Warren Buffett, Berkshire, these are billionaires, and they said it's absurd. We don't need a tax break. And all over the country, you're hearing a lot of folks who have a lot of money saying, don't drive up the deficit and force our kids to pay higher taxes to pay off the national debt in order to give tax breaks to the richest people in this country. Now, Mr. President, we have been told really not to worry too much because the extension of these tax breaks for the wealthy will only last 2 years. Not to worry. Well, maybe that's the case. But given the political reality that I have seen in Washington, my guess is that 2 years from now, these tax breaks for the wealthiest people in this country will be extended again. What happens around here is that the argument will be made that if you end these tax breaks, you're raising taxes. It's what we're hearing right now. I see no reason why in the middle of a presidential election those arguments will not be made again, and I see no reason not to believe that those tax breaks will be extended again. And clearly we have a number of Republicans who want to make that extension permanent. Now, whether it will ever be made permanent or not, I don't know. But the point is, when you hear folks say that it's only a 2-year extension, I would suggest take that with a grain of salt. And let me just say that if, in fact, we do what the Republicans have wanted to do right now, as we enter this debate, they wanted a 10-year extension. That would add $700 billion to our national debt, $700 billion. Now, I've got 4 kids, and I've got 6 grandchildren. And I think it is grossly unfair. None of them have a whole lot of money. I think it is grossly unfair to ask my kids and grandchildren and the children all over this country to be paying higher taxes in order to provide tax breaks for billionaires because we've driven up the national debt. That is just plain wrong. And Mr. President, I think the vast majority of the American people, whether they're progressives like myself or whether they're conservatives, I think they perceive that that concept of giving tax breaks to billionaires when we have such a high national debt makes no sense at all. Furthermore, Mr. President, it is important to point out that extending income tax breaks to the top 2% is not the only unfair tax proposal in this agreement. This agreement between the President and the Republican leadership also calls for a continuation of the Bush-era 15% tax rate on capital gains and dividends, meaning that those people who make their living off their investments will continue to pay a substantially lower tax rate than firemen, teachers, nurses, carpenters, and virtually all the other working people of this country. And I just don't think that that's fair. That's wrong. and we are continuing, if this agreement were to be passed, that unfair arrangement. Mr. President, on top of all of that, this agreement includes a horrendous proposal regarding the estate tax, and that is a Teddy Roosevelt initiative. Teddy Roosevelt was talking about this in the early years of the 20th century. It was enacted in 1916, and it was enacted for a couple of reasons. Teddy Roosevelt and the people of that era thought it was wrong that a handful of people could have a huge concentration of wealth and then just give that wealth, transmit that wealth to their children. He didn't think that that was right. Furthermore, it was a source, a progressive and fair source of revenue. Under the agreement struck between the Republican leadership and the president, the estate tax rate, which was 55% under President Clinton, and let's all remember, we had problems with the economy under President Clinton, but very few will deny that during those years we were creating a heck of a lot more jobs than we did under President Bush. That's the fact. Over 20 million jobs under President Clinton. We lost 600,000 private sector jobs under President Bush. During the Clinton era, the tax rate on the estate tax was 55%. What this arrangement would do is lower that tax rate to 35% with an exemption on the first $5 million of an individual's estate, $10 million for couples. Now, here's the important point, Mr. President, that I think many people don't know, because I have to confess, my Republican friends and their pollsters and their language people have done a very good job. This is the so-called death tax. And I think all over America, people are saying, oh, this is terrible. I have $50,000 in the bank and I want to leave that to my kids. And the government is going to take 55% of that, 35% of that. What an outrage. So let us be very, very clear. This tax applies only to the top 0.3% of American families. 99.7% of American families will not pay one nickel in an estate tax. This is not a tax on the rich. This is a tax on the very, very, very rich. And if my Republican friends had been successful in doing what they want to do, which is eliminating this estate tax completely, it would have cost, Mr. President, our Treasury, raised the national debt by $1 trillion over a 10-year period. Families like the Walton family of Walmart fame would have received, as one family, about a $30 billion tax break. So I find it hard to believe that when we are talking about massive cuts in programs for working families, when we have this huge national debt, that anybody would be agreeing to lower the estate tax rate to 35%. That is what this agreement does, and I think that that is a very, very bad idea. And once again, while the agreement on the estate tax is for 2 years, once again, there is very little doubt in my mind that the Republicans will continue to push for lower and lower estate tax rates because what they want, and I think Senator Kyle has been pretty clear about this, they want to permanently repeal that tax. That is $1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 0.3%. So I think we're down a bad path there, and that's another reason why this agreement does not make a whole lot of sense. Mr. President, I would say thirdly, and here's a very important point that I think has not yet gotten the attention that it deserves, and that is this agreement contains a payroll tax holiday, which would cut $120 billion from Social Security payroll taxes for workers. And I think there are a lot of folks out there who say, well, this is pretty good.
Joined here by Pure Rocker 77.
Yo.
And Chris Cheese.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, get the predictions in the chat. I'm going for the Law Bins. No bias.
I'm sorry.
No bias.
No
but
bias.
No
No,
bias, but laying down the law, you see that icon?
yeah.
I'm kind of about that.
I'm keep pumping in these 10 points because I'm too lazy to type in a custom one. Alright, we going for the law bins.
Oh,
Big.
we're going.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Oh, I feel like I'm spending my coins at Vegas right now. Let's do
Ooh.
this.
Law bin's
Very-
gonna take it.
Let's get this.
This is clearly one side. I mean, this is clearly a competitive bet
Competitive
right here.
match coming in hot.
Yeah.
Well,
Off of
these are
pure
just
sweating. Yeah.
Guys,
these are just predictions, but we'll see how the match goes.
I'm a little biased here, guys. To be honest with you, I've been seeing a lot come out from this blue what is it, blue tortilla chip?
The blue corn
Blue corn
tortilla chips.
tortilla. My apologies to the sponsor. Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's something about that twin synergy that just makes me go nuts.
That's it. We gotta go get the full carry in the top lane though. No more safe picks. I just want him to run it with some carry champions.
What do you think we're gonna see come from them today?
Anivia.
I hope we do get to
Oh,
see Anivia actually.
are you guys watching the picks and bans?
Oh, and the
So we have so right now oh wait, okay, wait. Sorry, I don't
Alright,
know.
the Narban coming in hot from Law, because, you know, we got to take away that from Ardit. Ardit is tired of seeing Malphite, I guess. So, that's gone.
Ooh, and there's a Vel'Koz ban. I wonder who's that targeting. Oh, I see Malphite and Kaiser
If
undecided.
the Vel'Koz is banned, wait, who has first pick? They're blue side? Alright, they're probably looking to pick the Anivia here, and Arlen's gonna ego it and say, don't ban it, bro. I got this.
The Thresh. I mean, is Thresh meta right now?
Thresh is
Thresh
very
is-
good.
Yeah, he's just good all around. He has so much utility.
Get out your free card.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm like a few seconds behind on you guys with the stream, so it looks like you guys are calling out the bans like before I even see them. But at first, I thought it was gonna be mainly top focus bans with the Gnar and the Malphite. But it looks like it's pretty varied, so I'm excited to see who the first 3 picks are gonna be for both teams.
Yeah, Thresh got a slight nerf.
Okay.
Thresh got a slight nerf to his shield later, but
Thank you.
he's still completely viable.
Oh,
Oh, that last ban?
oh,
Okay, we just got word that last ban was supposed to be a Cho'Gath ban. Ardit specifically said, I remember him saying that, and you know, the side comm saying, I don't like Cho'Gath, that champion. Very hard to deal with, so. The Anivia first pick, though, taking that away from Arlen.
Anivia's just so strong early in the meta. It's just I don't know why they would leave that up. To be honest with you,
I think the Galio pick right now is a pretty good pick, considering that I could still go bot lane, but it's kind of tough for Nivea to poke him out of lane. He can just simply shove the wave and leave Nivea mid lane while he roams. If he goes mid lane, that is.
see, we're in for a treat here because we actually have a Nivea main. Cheese, weren't you like 90? What you said, top 90? Wait, what was the percentage? You hit top something? Nivea?
So a few years ago, before Nivea got buffed, I hit like top. It was sub 100 Nivea.
Yeah,
NA.
that champion's dirty. Let me leave it.
You know what?
And that was the plus one.
Anyway,
So the Anivia was first pick, though. You know,
Oh,
they
wait
took
a
away the
second.
Vel'Koz because I guess they called that as the counter that Arlen played against.
There's a comfort pick here for I believe that Fiddlesticks is going to Stu. She's been able to pop off on that champ.
Okay, well the team fight is crazy for a lot right now. That engage is actually insane.
there is a lot of CC lock on their team. I'm just guessing right now that if they're focusing any of the carries on BCT, they could get interrupted by the Galio. There's not necessarily too much they can do if the Galio gets on the Nivea and Fiddlesticks, but let's see what they get for the remainder of the
The
carries.
Nautilus pick. Oh,
BCT coming in with the counter CC to try to stop the engage, but they definitely need some damage. That's definitely what they're lacking right now. As Galio
Absolutely.
later on, he's gonna be needing some extra damage. The Vayne band comes out, so the Nautilus and the Galio doesn't get basically one shot by their ADC.
I think that's a little nod to Larkin.
Oh, okay, yeah, very true.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they banned that out when they have the Kaylin. Kaylin is the classic counter to Vayne, but maybe they're just trying to make sure they don't get too comfortable in the late game.
Yeah, they definitely are banning out these scaling ADCs. They just don't want it going to 35 minutes, 3-item ADC just completely one-shotting their tanks. Understandable. The
Yeah.
Mordekaiser ban, didn't Ardit play that a couple days ago, right?
Uh,
Okay.
I've played against Ardit's Mordekaiser, and he's pretty good on it. He can play safe, play aggressive when he needs to. Mordekaiser's just an all-around like balance champ.
Another scaling AD ban. They really are not worried about anything early being let through. Oh, the
The
Kale ban.
Kale man.
Okay. I mean,
Uh,
Kale isn't bad here because if they just play front to back with the range with the Caitlyn and the Kale, essentially, they'll be untouchable. So, I understand why that ban comes out.
what do you
Mm.
Okay,
what do you
so
think is gonna? What do you think we're gonna get here? Is it gonna be jungle or top pick? Oh,
There's
jungle.
the
looking at
damage
the
that we're coming
Kindred.
through. The
Okay,
damage is coming in.
That's gonna be very helpful against, let's say, a fiddle ulti comes in. Caw. Too bad I got my ulti down.
I mean that Kindred is gonna need QSS because if it gets caught by the click or point and click CC from Fiddle or Leona, instantly dead. Needs to pop that ulti as soon as they get onto it.
I really want to see a locket being built here on the side of BCT. They need to now prioritize the any campaign. More CC coming out of law. Oh
The
my
Ash pick.
goodness.
The name of the game is just CC. I think this is just they're looking to set up Stubaka. To be honest.
Get those fat ultis coming in. There's so much engage inside of Law, but very little disengage besides the Anivia, of course. The Anivia could just zone off a whole lane by themselves, but lacking in the disengage department.
I would
Ooh.
love to see. Oh, I was gonna say
Cannon.
Ornn,
Wow.
but what they're really
Yeah.
trying to go in with the cannon.
You know what? They saw CC. They were saying, we got 4 CC chance. Let's just put in the 5th one.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out of Law. A lot of AoE damage. We need, you know what? Just build 5 lockets. That's it. That's the way we do
All
it.
the
Just
lockets.
build 5 lockets because this is crazy.
But
Alright,
I feel like they're the one thing I don't like about Lost Team, even though they do have. Oh wait, the Renekton pick. Oh,
that's huge
that-
actually.
that
Yeah.
front line. But I'm not really digging Lost team comp because there's way too much magic damage, in my opinion.
That is a lot of magic damage.
It is, but the Ashe can do quite a bit to the frontlining tanks. They do have a bit of kite with the Nivea and the Ashe once they're trying to disengage and trying to figure out the V-engage from BCT. But let's say once Fiddle and Cannon pop their ultis, they're kind of done for. That they're caught by the Galio, by the Renekton, by the Nautilus after they engage the team fights. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I think that the top lane is going to see quite a bit of focus considering that there's a Renekton here. I think there's a bit of misconception that he doesn't scale too hard into the late game. He's not a hyper carry per se in the top lane, but he's still pretty
He's a threat
strong.
24/7.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
you get that empowered W or the empowered Q, it really doesn't matter what combo you use against a squishy. The squishy's gonna get one shot essentially. The Zonia's coming out of Fiddle, out of Kennen is gonna be imperative against Renekton. You need it.
I think on both sides, even it might be necessary for the support to potentially get I forget the name of the item, but basically the support QSS.
Mikhail's,
Mikhail.
yeah.
Yeah, just trying to keep their carries alive, or rather, un-CC locked, just to keep doing that damage.
Yeah. The CC is actually crazy in both teams this game. It's gonna be fat. The Kaylin, I think she should go for an early rapid fire cannon. Not early, but second item, just to keep the cannon back, keep the Fiddle back. But QSSs need to be bought, Mikhail's need to be bought. Because their chain CC on the side of Law is insane. So many openings.
And coming down to the mid lane, when it comes to that 2v2, I'm not sure if these junglers are really going to be focusing all too much on the mid lane, considering that Galio has his ulti to support the top or the bot lane. I'm really expecting this to take like at least quite a bit of focus in the top lane, especially for then Renekton, get him snowballing in the early game, like start winning the scrims in the river, get the Herald and then the dragons.
Yeah, I don't want to see any focus mid. You're completely right about that. I want to see Galio pushing the waves, getting wards by the chickens, pushing the waves, going to help contest the scuttles. We got marks to be get, you know. So, oh, and it is last call for predictions right now in the chat. We got 2K right now in the law bins points going in, and 32K for the BTC. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more points in the law bins. You know, of course, no bias. Not trying to influence the chat by any way. You know, vote on law bins, of course.
This kind of feels like crypto
Okay.
right now. You know, just put it in Aurora early,
Put in the BTC.
get your dividends.
You know what? I'm just, you know what? Just spent about 100. You know what? Just spend 200 points on this. I'm trying to.
200
Sure.
high rollers. All right, let's go. I'll
get
spend
it.
200
Let's
too.
get it.
Alright, let's
Okay. All right, and then
Okay.
we're just gonna wait for the spectator delay to go down.
Game one
But
going in.
yeah,
Guys,
We need. Go
what
ahead.
do you think about this bot lane? I am interested to see how this is going to go down. Since
Oh,
both sides have a lot of, well, you have Caitlyn who's going to be poking from far away, but honestly, with the two supports, you can just a fight can break out at any moment.
I like the Nautilus Caitlyn way more than the Ashe Leona because Nautilus Caitlyn could play forward or backwards really well. Nautilus very point and click CC, very easy to chain. You flash a Leona ult, you know, you can't flash a Nautilus ult. So I think they win that 2v2. It is a fairly even lane though. If Leona and Ashe keep their distance and respect the hooks, you know.
yeah.
But
I kind. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I'm just really interested in if they help the kindred out with the marks and getting those wards over the chickens and getting the wards over the wolf camps and getting the wards by the gromp, because Fiddlesticks is pretty dangerous if you don't know where he is. Fiddlesticks coming with that
Exactly.
free sweeper too. We need to get those deep wards down. You know, sometimes it's okay to overextend just to go get those wards down. You take that risk. You know what side of the jungler the map is on. You go get that deep ward at chickens. You go get the deep ward at Krugs.
Mhm.
It's
With
the last
so much,
thing you need.
with so
And
much,
they're gonna have the assistance from Galio with his ulti. I'm presuming that he has TP as well, so he's gonna be all over the place.
with so much CC on both sides, do you think either team's gonna go for an early invade, or do you think we're just gonna see a
Sheesh.
5-point?
That could be a bloodbath if they go for early invade right now.
I'm kind of
So
hoping they do go for it because you know what? I like to see a brawl early on.
I think if they get into a level 1 fight, BCT is gonna have the advantage simply because they have a little bit more range to deal with. Or, excuse me, they have Kindred and Caitlyn doing attack damage, whereas while Kennen and Anivia can support the Ashe with attack damage, or rather with their auto attacks, they're not gonna do anywhere near as much within like 30 seconds or so, simply because they're AP casters, right? So they're not gonna do too much attack damage there. But Law does have the AOBCC with Anivia's Q, but we'll see how that goes.
yeah,
I'm still
if
thinking,
they all five walk into an Nvidia queue, you know that level 1, you gotta get out of there. But
yeah.
So I think we're starting to approach. We're about to get into game. Not just yet, but want to take the opportunity to say hashtag BCT win or hashtag law win. Just want to get feel.
So there actually
Oh,
happens to be a Larkin and an Arnold. Is that correct? Emo?
yep. Oh yeah, there's a the large.
For clarification, Arnold is actually a nickname for Ardent and Arland. So we can just have either of those. Lock in for Law, Arnold for BCT. Please
All right,
place those in the
I'm
chat.
dropping the emote in chat. You know. No
lock
bias.
in Larkin for law bin. Try
Oh,
saying
that
that
was
5 times fast.
terrible. Nah, that was terrible.
Okay, you know what? It's been nice. It's been nice casting with you guys. Show my way. Show myself out.
The glacial coming in on the kindred.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on.
whoa!
I don't
What?
think I've seen it before.
I've
I
never seen that before.
That's not meta. That is definitely not meta. But Lily is all about pushing
The
uh
limit.
the limit. Yes,
Yeah, she
just
pushes to
trying
the
out new
limit.
things.
Alright.
It's never a dull moment in the jungle with Lily in it.
Alright.
Let's
So
see
one
what the
TP on the side of Law on that cannon, but the double TP with the Galio wall coming in on the side of BTC. That is huge. You know, if Galio just respects the Anivia ignite and just relaxes and just ults and TPs on cooldown. They can really snowball their lead, but you gotta play with it. You know, you can't try to fight that Anivia with the ignite up unless you have the advantage, and vice versa. Gotta respect the
Absolutely.
TP.
Yeah. In fact,
All right.
yeah, I can. Oh, it looks like the game is starting. I'm actually at. Oh, okay. I was on my client. I
I'm
am
at
at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. We got the pings coming in to protect those chickens, maybe for a ward coming out of red side. Okay.
Okay, first thing I noticed from Lily is that not only does Kindred have the Glacial Augment, but they also have Blue Smite, or rather the blue jungle item right now. So they're really going for the chase, at least for Fiddle, or if anyone's trying to get away. And we see them invading early, putting down the ward at the chickens.
Oh no! Q reset for the ward. Oh, waste the ping to get the ward. You know what? Whatever.
Well,
We
there's
got
gonna be
we got
early
the ward.
vision there, so they'll have some security there for some time at least.
Yeah, Leona slight XP advantage, I believe. So
Guys, just full disclosure, this is my first time actually doing this, and props to everybody who's been casting. Let's see.
Okay, and now we're seeing Fiddlesticks getting the first mark by Kindred, or rather getting marked first by Kindred. I'm guessing that she's going to be looking for Fiddlesticks in the jungle, probably at the scuttle.
with that glacial, you got to be looking for Fiddle in the jungle. I believe that's the only reason why
Absolutely.
you take it. You find him out, you just auto attacks. He's not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's probably going to help a lot with the ganks as well. They're probably going to be forcing flashes quite a bit.
One auto attack from Kindred, you're scared. You're not moving.
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard start.
And actually, just looking into it with the smite on the with the glacial augment, does that cast that little frozen area around a champion if they're smited?
I believe.
Only active
Oh,
items.
bot lane already fighting.
Okay,
Oh,
so
straight
we're getting that
level one.
chip damage from Caitlyn onto Leona, a little bit on Ashe.
Sad bird coming out.
I think this is pretty good spacing from Caitlyn so far, just auto attacking Leona whenever she can, leaving that hot headshot on Ashe. They are getting pushed in a little bit though.
Yeah, queuing the wave, trying to keep him back. Level 2. Oh, Leona just pulled the trigger.
All in.
Okay.
I think this is
Ashe
good.
hopes in the Caitlyn.
They do have the level advantage, and now Law, I believe. Yeah,
Yes.
Law has the advantage in the bot lane. Yes.
Both health pots being used by ADCs. So no more resources on them besides their lifesteal and that Doran's Blade. Caitlyn keep chipping away at this Leona. Really smart.
Oh, and good chip damage from Anivia onto Galio. Nice wall just for that extra auto attack.
Yep.
And we have
Kindred
Kindred's
showed mid. Okay, they're pushing in the wave. I think it's imperative to help Kindred with this Scuttle Crab now that you have this wave advantage mid for Arlen. It's a lot of red minions to blue minions.
Lily with the nope, just going for the scuttle crab.
Early Fiddle clear, really bad, not optimal at all. Kindred's clear isn't good either, but Fiddlestick's definitely slower. Kindred
yeah, it looks like
getting
Kindred's
the
actually gonna
trade.
double scuttle Fiddle, but we have the engage from Leona all-inning the Caitlyn, igniting her. It looks like not only this ignited the Leona as well, but she flashes out and she seems to be getting away.
Caitlyn taking free auto attacks to the face. Oh my goodness. So there's no bot prio for this bot scuttle. Lily making her way anyway, because I believe they can still get this for free. The double scuttle with the early mark, huge for Kindred. Huge.
Yeah, and actually, we take a look at the top lane, we can see that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Renekton is quite a bit up on CS compared to the Kennen. Granted, he's only 10 CS up, but he has a huge wave at his tower right now in the top lane. But we can see that Ashe is trying to chase this Nautilus. I don't think it's that good of an idea. She gets hooked. Caitlyn misses her trap, but the Kindred is here, flashes in into the Leona. Gets CC'd under the tower. She dies to the Leona.
Ashe is getting paid. The TP coming in, no counter TP coming in, even though 2 TPs available. The auto attacks.
Oh,
wow.
You hate to see that a 3-for-1. Kennen with the TP to clean up The
Fat
Caitlyn.
TP, to be honest. Kenna should just spend his gold, which it looks like he's doing right now. Kenna with the Doran's Blade start, really good in the against the melee, to be honest. You know, you poke him down with the auto attacks, you get the AP later, you don't have to worry about it.
And it's
Ken-
easier to CS.
True.
Yeah.
Kindred with the first blood has a recurve bow, really gonna help with the clear. Gonna get working on that early item, but Ash, she's gonna back with a lot of gold here.
It looks like the wave might get stuck under, or frozen rather, by Nautilus. Ash didn't push it all the way through, but it would have been a little scary if she tried to do that.
Yeah, definitely worth leaving the lane in bad position. You're playing Ash, Leona, you could usually push the wave out if needed.
Oh,
They engage mid lane.
We can
Glacial
Ash.
Augment applied.
Nice.
is this
And
actually a 5-head summoner?
oh, Leona with the roam, counter ganking
Yeah.
the Kindred as she tried to invade for the chickens. She had to Q out.
Really good. Fiddlesticks needs to farm to 6. Like, I know that's a meme in the meme community. I'm farming for 6, but it's 100% true when it comes to that champion.
Just a quick rewind. It looked like Ash was making a mistake before, right before the Kennen TP, before that fight just now for the 3-for-1, chasing the Nautilus. But it actually turned out to be a really good bait on their end. Nautilus, who went all the way in, was baited into the Kennen TP, and you know Kindred was baited pretty hard too. Just flashed right under the tower, got stunned by Leona.
Got for the first blood. Hopefully Kindred snowballs that. Ash just hawk shotted into the blue side jungle of the Kindred, so has an idea that Kindred is here, but Kindred coming in for the lane gank. Huge 5-hit play.
Looks like it might be a tower dive.
Caitlyn,
She hasn't
away
hit
from-
6 yet, so it'd be very Kendra hasn't hit 6 yet, so it'd be very tricky to get this off. And she shot a W into the bush. I think she might have spotted her.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of health missing from Lily, so the W hit.
It seems like the focus right now is definitely on this bot lane. It's been pretty bloody so far.
Yeah, and now that we know that Kennen doesn't have the
Oh.
TP, we have the TP from Galio still available. He's now level 6, so he could just easily ult downstairs, bot lane as well, for any assistance.
So they pinged out the Kindred was in the bush because the W hit and the minions saw the Kindred, but the Kindred still gets the scuttle for free because Fiddle was on a bad back timing there. So Fiddle's still trying to farm until 6, trying to stay away from this Kindred with the Iceborne, the Frozen Rune, forgot the name of it.
Glacial Augment.
Glacial Augment, there we go. Trying to stay away from him because that is dangerous. Pink Ward spots out the Anivia walking into the river. Getting away from that Kindred there.
So I'm actually really excited to see the first 5-on-5 team fight for both teams, considering everything that we mentioned earlier during Champ Select. There's a lot of CC on both sides. There's summoners, or rather abilities that both need to kite out in order to make their team fight successful. I can kind of see it going down during Dragon potentially if they don't start it right now. But it does look like bot lane, or rather BCT, does have prio at the moment.
BTC has prio. Looks like they call off the dragon.
Guys, I just want to. Oh wait. Oh, the engage on Caitlyn.
So
Okay,
Ash got to
yeah.
ulti Caitlyn, stunned her. Leona went in on the Caitlyn, got to ignite, but now that Caitlyn is disengaged, she has a good position to start auto attacking the Leona.
Really good
Ash in the
positioning from
alcove.
Ash, popping off. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Ash was able to stay in the alcove, auto attacking.
Already with the TP, but the Fiddle ults in. The TP coming in from Arlen.
Oh no, this is tragic for BCT.
And Arland was not able to get the Ash. That
Wow.
is
It's
truly tragic.
Tragic. Wow.
That Ash alcove kiting, amazing.
That
for
was
for those people sleeping on Law, like this is look at this teamwork. These guys coordinated.
Whoa, just
So,
coming
we
in.
just received word that what was it? 20,000? 20,000 points were bet by the wait. you guys
Arnold?
know-
Arnold?
Arnold
Okay.
bet 20,000 big ones. On
I
this-
mean,
on this
you
game.
know what? They say put your money where your mouth is, and they did it, but these guys are going to get sent to the cleaners if they don't change some things around. 17,000. You know what? It's might as well be 20,000 at this point.
So
It could
that
be.
if Ash snowballs her lead, that's kind of Huge team fight down there in the bot lane. Not even over the dragon, just off of sheer TPs and counter ganks.
Even though, sorry, I just want to draw your attention to something. Oh wait, let's see. It looks like there might be an invade on blue
And the
side.
blue side. Fiddle no ultimate was used in the counter gank in the bot lane. Kennan's here. Looking to get the CC lock on the Kindred.
So Fiddle is able to get the Gromp. Galio is able to ulti the Kindred.
But
It looks like
Anivia's
Kennen
here.
has to flash out.
Oh, the Nivea factor. Wait, is it a factor?
Galio's able to E?
B-
Q? Fiddle, Fiddle,
Across
and
that
Nivea.
Ash ulti.
Across map casualty.
Yeah, we count that as a win for the Ash. Even though nobody died, that's a win. Feels good to hit those cross map Ash ults.
Yeah.
Oh, proxy lethal tempo. Coming in hot.
Really good. Push that
Nivea
way.
really low here.
I just got.
Arlen's looking for the aggressive play.
Arlen gets the taunt, gets the Q, procs the egg.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
feels bad, man. Just sitting under the tower, watching your wave get pushed in. But at least it's not a death.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but during that scuffle at Gromp, Fiddle was able to get the Gromp. Ultimately, got level 7 off of it, was able to survive.
Sorry, I was gonna mention. I want to bring some attention to the mid lane and top lane. Why? It's just
There
fighting.
seems to be a fight.
Fighting.
And they're not focusing the mark. Fiddle makes it all the way back here to contest the mark now. I believe the Kindred should have focused the mark and got out and kited down, but they go for the chunk onto the Anivia, almost gets the kill.
They do get to burn her flash though, and that's really important on someone as immobile as Anivia, especially now that she doesn't have egg.
So you think it's gonna be a rinse and repeat on the Nivea?
It's very possible. Galley has a very easy engage if he just baits out Anivia's chunk and she starts chasing just for the little auto attack. It could be a very easy kill on her.
So you have Kindred pathing to her top side. The mid CS, very
This-
favored for Galio right now.
This is probably like the fourth time I'm trying to bring this up, but we definitely have. If you look, just it's the farm. The farm top lane is definitely pretty big gap. Mid lane, a little favorable on the Galio side, but it seems to be all going through this bot lane right here.
Yeah, hashtag peel for the Ash, even when you engage. Blue team gets the early dragon, really smart of them. The Kindred's pathing top side, we have hawk shots from Ash coming through. We have good wards in the river. You know, you gotta push these objectives.
In fact, I think that Law should start focusing on the bot tower, or rather, sorry, excuse me, the mid tower. Get the Herald, try to get that tower down ASAP. Get that Ashe out of the bot lane and into some skirmishes. Since she has so much gold right now, she has approximately 5k gold. During that TP bot where Kennen was able to help their bot lane there, Renekton was able to stack up so many waves of minions, got a huge lead on him, and is able to engage onto the cannon, but he just eased away.
Actually, a ninja runaway. It's crazy.
Oh, but
Galio engages onto the Nivea, and Nivea is able to wall him in for a few extra autos and the E. That's a good trade on both ends, but Nivea does lose out more mana than the Galio.
the engage on
the
bot
ring
lane
engage.
again. Oh,
Oh my
man,
goodness.
you hate
Across
to
the map,
see
multiple
that.
fights going on. A lot of pressure mid against us Anivia, but bot lane, Fiddle coming in with the R button, the go button.
Can we get
Really
a recap of what happened bot lane?
Basically, you had Leona going in with ulti. Caitlyn eat back, ended up still getting hit. All of this ended up getting hit with the what's the thing called? The caw. I always forget the name of it. My apologies.
The
Gotcha.
Fiddle ult.
Yeah, the fiddle. Yeah. So fiddle factor. Crow
When it
storm.
comes to-
Thank you.
When it comes to the Crow Storm, the Solar Flare, and the Ash Arrow, that's a lot of CC lockdown and damage at the same time.
Alright, and during that short recap, Galio was able to engage all in the Anivia and get her ignite and get her killed.
Fiddle denies the mark again at chickens. That's got to be tilting for the Kindred. He didn't. I thought he smited the big chicken. Okay. Lily pathing top side. She's eyeing his Herald.
I think they should just
the back
go
end
for the
straight.
Herald right now. Force a fight. You have Galio. He can just push and be there faster than Nivea. But they're playing it safe. Lily recalls.
So looking back onto the chicken contest between Kindred and Fiddle, it looks like Fiddle did get the smite on the chicken. Kindred ulted a little bit early, but ultimately Fiddle was able to get that. I mean, sorry, not ulted, but smited a little bit early.
So Kindred has the stacks from that one kill and the couple attacks she picked up. Could potentially have more, but 3 stacks isn't that bad to have at this point in the game. Getting a little bit of her passive stacked up, not bad. Kindred should full clear here. Pass to the top side to contest the Rift Herald. Not look for anything aggressive. You need to get your farm up. Fiddle's up about 20 CS. Kennen with the Zonia is already completed. Very big if they utilize it correctly. Galio pathing bot. Missing ping on mid, you know. There's a big bird missing here.
It looks like, yeah, they are focusing on the bottom. Looks like they're about to do a Galio ult for maybe a tower dive, but Galio goes back mid.
I don't know if Bullseye had stopwatch before, but currently, I'm guessing after these repeated ganks, that stopwatch is going to come in handy.
And Kindred starts chasing down the Anivia.
Ash walking up with Kraken Slayer completed. I wouldn't want to fight at all if I was BTC. Ash with his Kraken Slayer, Fiddle with
BCT.
ult, and Kennen with TP and Zonia's completed. Yeah, it's not a good risk. Blue coins over here. Keep calling them Bitcoin. It's Tarkov in me.
It's all about that crypto.
Easy.
Wow, so I'm feeling pretty good right now about betting 200 points. I don't know about you guys, but
Hey man, it's anybody's game, okay?
So
3,000 points for 200 points. One to
So
six.
like,
Kindred
try
walking
playing-
forward.
Good
The
thing I'm
TP
terrible
coming in
at
from the Kennen.
Oh.
Kennen's gonna be here first.
Fiddle's able to ult, CC them, Kennen
Oh.
start ulting into the enemy team.
Oh.
Ash is able to ult the Galio, but that's not exactly where you want, especially
Alright,
when he
eyes on the
thinks that
Ash.
Oh,
Kindred
no
ult-
peel for the Ash.
Huge
Oh,
shutdown
they
going to
gave
Ardit.
The
They're running-
bad shutdown. Oh, they're
Oh, man.
tunneling on this Kindred right now.
That Kennen
Oh.
flashes onto the Kindred, forces the Kindred flash. Kindred starts or is able to get out safely. That was pretty scary, actually.
That is a fat shutdown that goes to Renekton. You do not want Renekton to get a shutdown. Just overall, just a lot of damage. Stanky champion.
Yeah,
In and
ADC,
out.
very fun role as an ADC when the Renekton could just quite essentially just walk up to you, full combo you 100 to 0. Very fun role.
Let's be honest. Imagine playing ADC in 2021.
I mean, all things considered, Renekton does have Prowler's Claw, so even though Ash does have the kiting ability with the slows on her auto attacks, it is pretty scary to get anywhere near him.
It's
He
Nautilus.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now as Nautilus getting chunked out, trying to get the vision on the dragon. Hopefully Nevi doesn't overextend for this. Okay, getting the pings to back up here. Contesting the vision in the river. This dragon is pretty big. Kindred's in the top side. Oh, they're just starting it.
Yeah, BCT has no priority here. They just give it the Infernal Dragon, but this is I think this is okay at the moment. Like the first
solo
two
kill on the
dragons.
top lane. Oh my goodness. Ardit.
Ardit was really feeling himself there.
And that was after he backed because he did not have the phage before this fight. So he got the back off, spending the shutdown gold. Still gets the solo kill by Kennen.
Kindred now looking for the cannon. Gonna enter the bush, but Kindred won't look in the right.
No
place.
vision, so the Q doesn't proc. Feels bad, man.
Unfortunate.
That is terrible.
Alright, let's look at the CS difference top lane. Even despite being down 50, 60 CS to the Renekton. Gets the solo kill because those 4 kills in his pocket with that fat shutdown. Looking kind of spiked.
Blue team going in on a BCT and the bot lane. They're able to take the tower. Ash ultis the Kaylin.
Solo flare.
Ooh, man, there's a lot going on in this game. So essentially, they were able to take the tower during that tower dive and just chase them down. As
That
they ran
Kraken
away.
Slayer has this Nautilus looking kind of squishy right now.
Nautilus with the Moby rush, but not really applying pressure besides that river wards near Dragon. We need to be utilizing those Moby boots and getting shutdowns across the map. Because that bot lane's been kind of lost for a few minutes now. This Ash is just so big off that first fight.
Where do you think Nautilus will be able to apply his?
Oh, Kindred getting caught out by the Galio and the Kindred. Sorry, Cannon getting caught out by Galio and Kindred. Anivia is trying to chunk down the Kindred. She ulties and isn't able to get the kill. Renekton is now Prowler's clawing on Anivia, procs her egg. She's about to die, and Galio is now running away from the Leon and the Ashe. It's getting kited, or rather chased down.
Ash is here, getting the fat damage on.
Fiddle
Here we
getting
go.
ready to ult,
Oh, the ulti.
Huge auto attacks, huge fiddle ult.
and
my goodness, it's a
Renekton
bad
is just
flicker.
not able to make it through.
Oh,
Leon
solar
is
flare!
Oh, no, flash! Wow.
While she's
Ash-
diving in, Ashe is just fighting the front to back fight, not
Oh,
flashes
this is-
away, but he's not able to escape.
This is textbook work right here from Blue Corn Tortilla.
Yeah, I remember doing this in 3rd grade. Man, those textbooks.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This Ash front to back gameplay switches lanes going for the top turret now. Very textbook, very smart macro coming out of Law right now.
You know what's crazy though? Those textbooks cost too much. Don't you think?
Yeah, hashtag check.com, shout out to them. No sponsors here, but it helped me out a lot.
Word. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Galio TP top to save the tower. It looked like he was gonna engage, but once he saw the Leona, he said nope.
Absolutely not. Fiddle walking past a pink ward here. And there's gonna walk up to the Galio. What's up, bird? I'm a bird. There is like 3 different birds in this game. What is going on?
Not really a bird, is he?
Yeah, Crow Storm? Hello?
Yeah, I know, but he's made of.
Oh,
bird.
Ash was able to ult the Galio. Leona follows that up with her ult. He's CC'd by everyone. Ashe, Leona, Fiddlesticks, and pays the price.
Yeah, Murktard's
Wow.
overrated. Anivia getting ran down by the Glacial Augment though. 5-head rune. Eh.
Oh. You know what? Everybody's getting jumped out here.
Well,
Yeah.
they traded mid laners,
Dangerous.
and let's see what they do with that. They might, BCT might be able to push down mid tower since Law is now going back, and that looks like what they're gonna do.
Kindred without the Mythic Rush goes to the Bork first. The Mythic should be coming in second with the Iron Spike Whip being bought.
I don't think I've ever
seen
seen this build, to be honest.
Which one?
The Kindred build? I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen it.
The Bork first isn't bad. Bork is a pretty strong item. I think a Mythic item is pretty strong on Kindred though. You got the Kraken with the 3 proc, the Gale Force to add more pursuing capabilities with the Glacial. You know, but Bork is really good as well. Item is just so good to stay away from the Fiddle, stay away from the Leona.
Seems like Ash and Leona securing that
Uh-oh.
scuttle outside.
Caitlyn gotta go. Gotta go. Okay, Caitlyn gets out. Caitlyn felt it. Caitlyn gotta go.
Okay, it looks like Fiddle's gonna try to ward the BCT's blue side, gets a ward down in that blue bush. Galio and Anivia just doing their best at clearing the mid waves. Anivia going for the engage. Leon is following that up, gets the Galio flash.
Galio Flash being down is so big for the Ash. That's gonna be in the back line just launching the autos forever. Nautilus,
and
Fiddle
Leona.
ult going in.
Oh,
CC
wrong
lock.
neighborhood.
Murktard's what? TP coming in from Law. Just to make sure everything's
Oh.
okay.
They did get priority here for the dragon. So now after this they're gonna be on Soul Point, which is pretty strong when they have a Mountain Dragon. It's just gonna be so much harder for BCT to kill them. Mountain, right? Yeah. So now they're on Soul Point, and once they get the Soul, potentially get the Soul next, it's gonna be very difficult for BCT to play the team fights.
The very
what's-
clear win con coming in. You know, it's Operation Kill the Ash. You know, we can't just have her in the back line auto attacking your tanks all day with Kraken Slayer. It's not gonna work. There's a QSS already bought from Ash. She's absolutely not having it with his Nautilus. Like, stay away from me. You ult me, I don't care. It doesn't stop the knockup, but all the stuff that follows it, we're getting away. Not having.
I think it's a pretty good purchase right now, just in case Renekton or Galio is able to get back there too, just able to QSS and potentially flash out and kite away.
Where's your
Flash?
QSS at?
Yeah, where's your QSS at? If you're not building QSS this game, I don't know what to tell you, because these Merc Treads are not cutting it. Ash picking up the side lane gold. Level 13 to the Caitlyn's level 10. Oh, Caitlyn leveled up to level 11. Still, pretty big XP disparity between the two ADCs.
Caitlyn said, "Give me mine."
Mm-hmm.
This mid lane though, we have an Anivia that's level 12 versus a Galio that's level 14.
I'm not too sold on the Everfrost on the Nivea at the moment. I know that Everfrost base stats are pretty cost efficient compared to the other AP mythics, but I'm not too sure how I feel about it. It does
I-
add to the CC level
But I think
layers
we have
though.
enough of that CC. We need some damage.
Yeah,
We have
I agree.
okay, so on BCT they have three one, two, three tanky boys in the front. I would have loved to have seen Leandri's built by this Anivia.
You're 100% going to get your Leandri stacked up in that team fight, right? You got the Fiddle ult, the Cannon ult, you have to kite around that. The Leandri's going to be stacked 100%. So I think the Leandri's a good purchase. Everfrost, never a bad purchase.
Yeah, while I don't necessarily 100% agree with Everfrost, she may be playing, auxiliary support, just keeping whoever's trying to dive back into the Ash away from the Ash.
Cannon defensively ults in the top lane to stay away from the Gator Prowler Clawing and Eing onto it. Oh, doesn't even use the Prowler Claw. Just Cannon defensively ult, just staying away from Ardit. Not trying to have it with him.
This bot side is
There's
bot.
a lot of focus in this bot side right now. We need to be looking for this mid pressure. It's like 4 members of Law in the bot side getting out deep vision. Vision's good and all, but Kindred farming Fiddlestick's blue side. You don't want to be going even.
I'm surprised there wasn't a Rift Herald this game. I feel like there were plenty of opportunities for either team to go for it.
Yeah, with no rotation from the Ashe, they're not contesting Rift. Stay away
It
from
looks
that
like
thing.
Kindred is getting caught out, and the Law's blue side has to flash out away from the Nivea and the cannon.
Bot line 2v3, looking like Ashe just does not care. Walking forward, killing the tanks. Nautilus, tank, yeah, 0-8, absolutely not. Ashe is just gonna run you down. This Kraken Slayer is going crazy.
At this point, we might need to see a Mikhail's Crucible coming from the Caitlyn or the Nautilus. It's just
Get out of there, Not.
I would love to see the Kaylin build the Crucible just so that she could save the Nautilus. I think that would be amazing. Even if
QSS bot though. The QSS is bot. Saves herself. Nautilus, just get out of there, bro. Hook out. Spider-Man, something. 209 CS for the Ashe. All the gold is on the Ashe. So the game is looking desperate right now. But all the gold is on the Ashe. We have Prowler, Crawler, Renekton coming in. If that Ashe is caught, the Ashe is dead.
it looks like what brand do you think it is on Larkin? Is it a Jansport? Are we looking at a Louis bag?
What type of bag that everybody's hopping in right now? No idea. I think we're going with the North Face right now. Just
North
a standard
Face?
old front to back. I got the North Face on. Hopping.
The Jester. You're talking about the Jester North Face, or
Yeah, that's the one I had. I liked it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's really styling on the Caitlyn's bag right now. It looks like she has one of those little lunch bags that you had in second grade.
Not the
little
lunch
nibbler
bag.
snack.
Oh,
Jeez,
not the knapsack.
Yeah.
Jeez, it seems like you have a lot of repressed memories from like
From second grade, we got the textbooks and the lunch bags. You okay, bro?
Oh,
Same.
and Nautilus engaging on the Leona, and with the counter engage from Ash, ulting the Nautilus.
Mikhail's, use your
Crucible.
Mikhail's.
Caleb, come on,
Built
Crucible
a wall.
Nautilus. Let's go.
Built a wall right there. Holy moly. There's no escape. I feel bad for this
Oh,
Nautilus.
the Prowler's Claw going in on the cannon. Cannon with ulti available. Does not care. Hitting him with that autos. Pow, pow. Focus on mid right now.
Bro,
Oh my goodness, this Dragon Soul is going to be huge.
Anivia
Nautilus
has
still a
no
beast.
mana for this fight, for this dragon contest right now. So that's a little scary.
this is really scary. You have a Fiddlestick.
They're starting the dragon. They don't care.
Oh,
come on,
actually,
bro.
BCT is looking to go for the Baron. They said Dragon Soul? No thanks.
Nautilus is still in base. Go ult into that Dragon Pit. Oh, they're just giving it. Or they. Oh, they're not even going for it.
Oh, they're not. Oh, they went for the Scuttle. I understand.
Scuttle for Dragon is a pretty fair trade.
We 5-man the Scuttle. We get the vision. Kindred racking up these marks though. Not gonna lie, it's kind of scary. It's
This
6
game's gonna
marks for
be
Kindred.
decided. My apologies. This game's gonna be decided on small victories.
Kindred with the 6-stack scaling right now. Kindred is, I think, the best scaling champion right now for BCT. No lie. Galio pretty good in the late game, but Caitlyn, that range don't mean nothing later. So gotta depend on this Kindred to carry the late game, racking up these stacks. But if we just Operation Kill the Ashe, even through the Mountain Soul, through the QSS, through the Locket, gotta kill the Ashe.
We have interesting itemization coming in from the Galio mid. It is a glacial buckler. I guess all that damage from the Ash he got to go for something quick.
Mm.
Thornmill would be a much better item in my opinion, but I
Oh,
guess.
Anivia going in. Galio hit his
Oh,
head on the wall. The Everfrost not hitting.
I hope he
Sag.
doesn't have a concussion.
Oh my goodness.
jeez, please, please.
I'm just concerned.
There's a big bird and a big wall. Galio backing deep fire. Okay, whipping up the chicken of his brethren. My fault. Kennen with no respect for their collapse. Kennen is always just pushing past this river. He does not care. Ash by herself as well. We need to get some silent pressure on these guys. Look at this Ash by herself up there farming peacefully.
If
Yeah,
I
but
were
with-
BCT and I saw that Ash top lane, I would go in for the engage immediately on the remainder of the team.
Looking for Baron. Ash is starting it. Does not care. Yeah, I got Mountain, so I'll take a couple hits.
Yeah, they have two. The jungler for BCT is ball lane, so there's just
This is
no
essentially
contest here.
free. This is
Yeah.
free.
If Gallo goes in there, which I hope he does not, he's going to die.
Where your wards at, BCT?
Oh.
Where your wards at?
The hook.
He was just testing it out. It must have been troubleshooting.
Oh, they're going after the Kennen in the bot lane, just running away because he's actually fast as freak, boy. He's gone.
Cannon did
that's
have to
good,
flash
Baron.
out of that though.
Oh, he did. I did not see that. Very fast. Leona walking in for these deep wards. Does not care. Look at pinging on my way. Leona, run! What are you
Oh my
doing? Leona,
Oh my
run!
lord.
At this point, I think the Leona might be able to 1v2 them.
I think that they didn't go in on that Leona because first they didn't have any vision on their red side jungle, and second, if there's someone behind her, they would have immediately just lost that fight.
Finally, this
Potentially
top
losing
tower
inhibitor,
looks like.
or rather
They're-
2 towers.
They're
Finally,
playing the
this top
middle
tower's
pack.
going down. Yeah, we're just taking this top tower. The Ash ulti on the Galio. Solar Flare coming out.
Chaining
my
the
goodness.
CC.
Merc,
Oh
what-
man.
Yeah, nice Merc treads.
That's your main tank right there. That is your main tank. just
Can we
getting
get the
poked.
Crucible on Kaylin, please?
Caitlyn ulting down there to try to get the Kennen to help this Renekton. Renekton getting stunned. That's a fat dick. Oh, goodbye, Kennen. There's no way Kennen makes it out of this. Yeah.
But
Oh, it is
meanwhile,
very close.
top lane,
I think that's a good trade though, the Kennen for potentially an inhibitor.
Kennen has
And-
TP also. If something crazy goes down in 40 seconds, he'll be able to swoop right back into the team fight.
Absolutely. And now Kindred getting or rather slowed by the Ash
Oh my
has to
goodness.
forces the ult out.
The Stride Breaker forward. Watch out.
Ash with the Glacial Augment and the Lethal Tempo. This is broken, guys. It is extremely broken.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
who did
man.
Kindred put a mark on? I would be offended if somebody, if you're that far behind, you're putting a mark on me. To be honest,
Kendrick's level 15, man.
Has she taken the mark off of Fiddle? Or rather, no. Maybe.
Spicy.
Well,
Kendrick's
well,
coming in,
it's still on Fiddle.
scraping the pot dry for some gold in the jungle. Please, can I just have some gold? I just want to farm. Can't get
Please,
the market
Krista.
Krugs.
Just a little bit of gold.
So, Law does not want to wait for this Elder. Law needs to press with his Baron, press with his Inhib, because it's free XP rolling in for their team. They need to group up, send this Kennen to a side lane with TP, and just go get some more towers. You got Baron, you got the Inhib, you got the Soul. It's not time to be farming. It's time to push your advantage. Look at this Galio. Look, just send it, Ash. You know he wants it. Ash with the flank. You know when your ADC's flanking, it's kind of over.
Oh man, Galio is going to get caught out with his pants down.
TP now, Erlen. Just
I
go.
don't think he even wears pants, but oh man,
Oh my goodness. Oh, the
You know what?
flash out.
you know what's on the menu tonight, boys?
Oh my goodness. The solar flare.
Oh,
Why
on
it
the
does not
cannon.
matter.
The solar flare on the cannon.
I think-
Just to BM the Galio.
Larkin really likes that that white chicken breast.
Oh, Leona chasing down the Nautilus misses her.
Caitlyn in
Now-
the top lane saying, yeah, I'm gonna get up some gold, guys. Take care of all that. I'll be there for the dragon. Don't worry. Just give everything else. Not a bad call, to be honest. Pushing out these supers to get that prio for the dragon, I think is a pretty good call. You give all these outer turrets here. You just play for the inhibs. You play for your base. Nothing is safe.
Caitlin's
Law is
right
able to
now-
push. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I'm saying Caitlyn right now is saving up for that Mikhail's. I think she might have heard us.
On top of the QSS, that's it. The Storm Razor for Kate. Really not a fan of that. You know, Storm Razor's for pressing your advantage. You need that. You need rapid fire cannon. You need to get away from them. They're just too strong.
I wouldn't mind
Oh.
seeing what's that item called?
The Death
Lord
Bush. The death push.
Law
Uh-oh.
sitting in the blue BCT's blue side, the
This is
bush,
smart.
waiting for someone to just walk by, just waiting to get a morsel of them, just a little.
Just-
Guys,
I'm-
guys, be well, be quiet. Maybe
Ash says, "Yeah, guys, I'm gonna start this elder. I don't know what you guys are doing over there, kiting the elder out. Oh, they're just giving the elder.
They have no choice. I don't think that they can win.
Nah,
this
you
team
run
fight.
it down for this elder. You sprint it. Ah. Oh my goodness. They should just
Oh.
walk it up mid.
they melted that elder. Imagine what they're gonna do to them.
Oh my goodness, the Nautilus. Nautilus, just sit in base. That's it. Don't even. Let it go. They're pinging. The Baron ping's coming out from the red side saying, hey, we can't give them both, right? But I don't even think they're going to wait for the Baron to spawn. They should actually just walk them down, get the free inhib, and then maybe turn for Baron or end the game.
They did reset for their buys. Ash is almost full build. So at the moment, Law is actually up by about 7k, just under. And most of that is really on the Ash. She is up about 6.5k from the Caitlyn. She has 16.5 gold, whereas 16.5k gold, whereas Caitlyn has just under 1100.
You know, Larkin kind of playing it perfectly on this ADC, am I right? Like, that first, he snowballed that lead from that first fight, and he said, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that Ash is the only death from that Renekton on that one team fight. That probably was Claw.
Larkin said, "Bring your whole team. I want all of them."
They don't even have a lot of wave clear. They need to send this Kennen to the side lane right now, or somebody to push those minions into that tower, even though it's slow pushing on its own.
If anything, I would prioritize, yes, exactly, sending one of them bot lane, pressure that tower while they have the team fight here, and Leona going on the Kindred.
Oh my god.
So they're able to just tower dive on the entire team. Kindred is forced to ult. Ken is ulting on Galio and Renekton.
Fiddle getting CC locked. Fiddle might go down here. Fiddle goes down, but it does not matter. They all go down to the Elder, so everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. It's actually a massacre. GG well played out.
That sounded like dubstep right now. Just
Yeah.
all the
Well, you know what? I'm the Elder Soul now. Okay, it's me. Tower's going down. Nexus is going down. We move forward
We
again.
got the GG in the chat, boys.
So who else is getting 3k plus channel points?
I know I am. How about you guys?
Some emotes in the chat. Wait, which emote is it? Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it going. We got the Larbs coming in.
Yeah,
Lock in, Larkin for Lobin. That's I said it from the beginning.
You did
okay?
say in the beginning. I dismissed it. I'm very sorry.
Ah, it appears that I don't have the golden larb emote. Man.
Are you subbed? Are you subbed right now? Because
Oh,
if you're not,
Oh yeah, I was gracefully gifted by the somebody in here. I don't know who it was.
Okay.
Do I exit game? Oh, it's me. I exit game.
oi.
Okay, so
Wow,
that game didn't turn out exactly how I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more like a little bit more disadvantageous for Law, given that they had so much CC and Ash as the main DPS. But it turned out she did way too much damage after that failed tower dive in the bot lane.
The flash forward very ambitious for the first blood, and don't get me wrong, the first blood is spicy, but when the rest of the fight is just going downhill, you can't do that. It's actually insane because the first blood is huge, but then you got to convert that. You got to get every mark. You got to go push those objectives as Kindred. You know what I mean? You got the first blood. You got to go push that lead. But when their Ash is just racking up the gold, killing the Nautilus on cooldown, you got to go kill the Ash. You got to bring that Renekton down and just flash on her on cooldown. Just flash on her.
Yeah,
worry
I think they waited way too long to do that.
Yeah, you gotta give props to the Kennen. Just like instantly, the fight broke out. Just pop that teleport first fight.
Yeah, half of these fights are decided by who teleports first. If a Kennen teleports first, he's gonna ult your whole team before anybody can CC him. It's how it works. Sometimes you got to take the initiative. You either got to push that Kennen out or you got to TP first. You know, go ahead. Gotcha. I'm gonna click on it. Do I refresh Pro Draft or do I click on it again? Gotcha.
Got it. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, we're a little behind. Okay, picks and bans again.
So it turns out banning out those scaling ADCs, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Do not matter.
That Kraken Slayer scales. Ban out the Kaisa, it don't matter.
ban out the Vayne, it don't matter. I think we need to start we need to ban out these super engaged supports maybe, or ban out some of these team fighting champions. To deny the Ashe the free reign, because when the Fiddle and the Kennen are ulting in front of the Ashe, that's essentially a front line in itself. You don't always need the tanks. If you just have giant circles of damage, you can't walk forward. So
It was very unfortunate that the Nautilus was not allowed to build. Oh,
gotcha.
and now we're in pick ban. Sorry about that. I am still loading in. Okay, so it looks like BCT bans out the Malphite again. First ban. They really don't want to play against that.
They do not want to. And honestly, Malphite, let's be honest, stupid champion. You press R, you win game. Hate to see it. Especially with the team fighting that's been going on, you do not want to see that Malphite out there.
These solo laners really were on top of it with the CS and pushing their advantages. It was all about the bot lane. That's basically what won the game. I'm sure if there's a scatter map of the deaths, the bot lane is just littered with them. We need to use these solo laners gold, these CS advantages, and start getting these plates and start getting these Rift Heralds. When your solo laners are ahead like that, you gotta go get the Rift Herald.
I think a really good ban on BCT's side right now is the Leona, because that Leona was able to impact the game so much more than the Nautilus was last game.
Very true. Even with that solar flare grump, just send it.
Exactly. It looks like they're just banning out a huge wombo combos with the Malphite, the Leona, the Kennen. They really are. It looks like they're still hovering over the Kennen. Yes. So let's see if they finalize it there. Weren't too much of a fan of the being constantly CC locked in the team fights.
What do you guys think about like a Morgana pick somewhere in here? Because it seems like both teams are going for like these really strong like hard CC comps.
That's the name of the game when it comes to tournaments. You know, you want the CC, you want to focus on your carries and keep them protected. You know, so there's just how many champions are there in the game? There's just CC everywhere. You can't ban them all. You got to ban out these combos, like she's just said. You know, the Anivia ban and the Vel'Koz ban on the side of law. They said get both those champions out of here. They're not even trying to deal with them because Arlen's comfort pick against the Anivia is the Vel'Koz.
And BCT was able to pick up the first pick on Kai'Sa, which is way too strong at the moment. Doesn't have the strongest laning phase, but after that just really pops up.
They let go of the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath, it's just
You're right. That's huge, actually.
That's a scary boy.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Picked on the 1-2. That's actually crazy. Good prediction coming out. It's insane, actually. They're letting the Cho'Gath go through. We know Arda doesn't want to face the Cho'Gath, and we know that's one of his main champions. Am I wrong? So it's really on for this top lane now. He said, okay, wasn't CSing well on Kennen? It don't matter. I got my main. Mordekaiser coming in. Really strong pick. Cho'Gath's a big target.
The Soraka here, I don't know if I necessarily like Soraka into this. Oh, Soraka locked in.
And they Soraka lock her in.
Against the Thresh. Oof.
Ooh.
That's the ego, man. You can't hook me up, Soraka. I'm out of here.
I mean, she can place the silence right before she gets hooked, so he can't flay or go in, but really it's a little dangerous.
It is very dangerous. I personally like the Thresh into the Soraka because, you know, Thresh is so versatile. You play safe, you can play up, it don't matter. The Fiddlesticks. Okay.
Okay, cool.
The Fiddlesticks, a comfort pick for Stu, right? Am I wrong? I think I'm right about that. So coming in hot. Yeah, so the Fiddlesticks being picked again. I don't care whether we have 15 ults to go in with or just my ult. It doesn't matter. Very comfortable on the Fiddlesticks. Very good pathing out of the Fiddlesticks last game as well. The counter ganks were there almost every single time, focusing on the bot lane. So, you know what?
It ain't broke.
The Kindred ban. Okay. Denying the Kindred, even though we've seen Lily pull out numerous champions in the jungle, so I don't think it's impossible to ban out the Lily. She fed on the Silas, fed on the Volibear, fed on the Kindred. It don't matter.
There's some good ultis for her to take. I don't know. Could we possibly see that Silas pick again?
That would be spicy. That would be spicy. But then anti-heal would be just way too strong if they pick the Silas. The anti-heal would just give so much value.
Vayne, Larkin's signature champ. Well, one of his signature champs. The Vayne. I don't know, boys. I don't know. The problem was the bot lane last game, and they just let Larkin get on one of his comfort picks.
Vayne Thresh, I like the combo Vayne Thresh. The insta-lock as well. Did not hesitate on that.
We have two. Wait, Cheese. You've played both sides, both Vayne and Kai'Sa. I think you're currently really into Kaisa, but who do you think has the matchup, and what do you think needs to be done in order? Because I'm pretty sure that's sided towards Kaisa, right?
So right now, when it comes to the bot lane, you can't really compare Kai'Sa v Vayne because there's always the secondary. There's always the support, which really kind of directs where the lane's gonna go, right? And looking at this, it's really gonna be determined on whether Thresh lands his hooks or not. And even then, we're gonna see who impacts the bot lane more, Kha'Zix or Fiddlesticks. At the moment, I'm kind of leaning a little bit more towards Lost side, simply because they have the Thresh, the Fiddlesticks. They have a little bit more CC to work with. If that Soraka gets caught, she's not healing anybody. She's not gonna get too much of an impactful silence off. And it looks like for the mid lane, we're gonna get Syndra for BCT and Katarina for Law.
To piggyback onto what Cheese said, oh my goodness, the Katarina pick. So piggyback on what Cheese just said, it's always a support diff in the bot lane as an ADC main. It's never my fault, and it's never the other ADC's fault. It's always a support diff, to be honest. So, if the good thing about the Thresh pick, you could play as safe as you want. You could overextend and just play off the W. It's a big strat that's always used when playing with a Thresh lane. Soraka, you don't really have that choice. Kaisa, not a very far range. Soraka kind of has to stay, in the vicinity to use off, or else Soraka is a little bit useless. So Vayne has the opportunity to play safe. As to Kai'Sa or Soraka, without perfect wave management, they can get caught out very easily by the Oh, gotta restart champ select here. There seems to be a misclick.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I see. They're just gonna pick the same champions, but they're just banning whatever.
They're banning whatever just to speed through the bans. Yep.
Got
They accidentally banned the Vayne, I believe, is what was the problem. We just restarted it. Pretty funny. We gotta update the score sheet too to 1-0 in favor of Law. Oh, it's updated? Wonderful. Alright, so we got 1-0 at the top of the screen right there. Law coming in, trying to close out the series with the Vayne pick, just get the Hyperved Vayne. I would...
Hi, one second. Hypervet Fane?
Oh yeah, exactly what I said. Thanks. Very good.
Okay. I apologize for interrupting you, gentlemen. I just want to take a quick second to say thank you guys for watching Gamer City League. If you happen to have a little Stimmy check left over, feel free to hit that subscription down at the bottom right. Give a follow if you're enjoying the program. Yeah. Take it back to these two.
Gamer City.
The Stimmy for the city. You
Don't
already know.
forget to vote for whichever team you're going for by throwing down the Larb or the Arnold emote. If you're able to.
Right. Here we go. I thought the Stimmy would be used for the hot dog purchases, but it appears that I'm wrong. I don't know. It's crazy.
Okay, let's get this out the way. I like hot dogs.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright. We don't need it. We don't need confessions on live, man. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You know what? They're pretty good, especially with Relic.
Oh, so you agree with him? Ah, noted.
Not bad.
Noted.
However, they just don't compare to Vienna sausages.
Ah, Vienna sausages, the salchichas and egg.
They just don't. There's no argument in the world that can be made that can convince me that Vienna sausages are inferior to hot dogs.
Sorry, I had to chime in on this one. I don't know. There's something about a nice big Nathan's that just it really, really makes a meal.
Would you consider yourself a glizzy gladiator? Would you self-entitle that? Yes or no?
No, it's a title that's been bestowed upon me that I've been trying to get rid of for years at this point.
You know what, Chris? I can join you in the ranks. I'll be the sausage soldier. How about that?
Sausage soldier and the glizzy gladiator. We're being asked, how big is your Nathan's? Who's that directed to? We have no idea.
Guys, we still have picks and bans, okay? We can get in the after chat. You can hit me up.
Absolutely not. Pro draft already came in. We got the sausage soldier here and the glizzy gladiator. There will be no other speaking going on right now. That's it. It's over. How do you guys feel about the Katarina pick?
It's uncommon simply because I haven't seen it in so long. I don't know exactly how I feel about it because it can get easily ulted by the Mordekaiser or silenced by the Soraka.
What is scatter the weak? There's
yeah, the push away.
That's a little bit easier to dodge though than Mordekaiser ult. Soraka, and we now have a poll in the chat. Uh-oh.
1 second, folks. We are going to be pulling in our resident analyst to give us some stats on the KDA now. All right, take it away, Steven.
All right, everybody. I'm very excited to share this with you. We have our first ever Gamer City stats coming in.
Get it?
We have KDAs for the two current teams, and this includes the results of the last game. So we're going to start off with the Blue Corn Tortillas. Ardit in the top lane, sporting that 4.15 KDA. Moving down to Lily with a 4.98. Arland with that 6.7, that is the highest on his team. Miguel with the 4.6 flat. Very nice coming out of the bot lane. And then Adrian rounding off with the 3.69, very nice for him. And then on the side of laying down the law, Ben in the top lane with a 2.04 KDA. Stu with the 4.28 KDA. We have the combination of both Law's previous mid laner and their new mid laner, sporting a 3.92. Larkin, though, takes the cake between the two teams with a very impressive 8 flat KDA in the bot lane. Very interested to see how he does in this next match. And I'm sure that KDA was certainly helped by his previous match in the win against Blue Corn Tortillas. And then finally, Kelwa with the 4.27 KDA. Very nice as well.
All right.
So,
thank you, Steven.
No problem. In Stats Corner with Steven.
I just want to say Larkin's score is clearly inflated. Let's wait at least one more match before.
Yeah, you do have to consider that like KDA includes just any participation in a fight, right? Even if you're doing 0 damage.
Yeah, as an ADC main myself, I think those stats are completely accurate. All those kills count, and we will not diminish any of them because, ADCs,
All right.
of course.
I will say with the poll, just for a quick sec, with 69% of the vote on the dot, Glizzy Gladiator wins as Chris's official title.
Easy. So, the Sausage Soldier seems to be diminished, gone with the wind. We got the Glizzy Gladiator coming in. How do you feel about that, Chris?
Get me out of here.
The resignation.
Can we go back to textbooks, please? I want to discuss the textbooks again.
No,
You
what
know
we're
what,
going to
my
discuss
fa-
is the hyper carry. Go ahead.
My favorite
please.
KDA that was stated just now was that 369. Damn, you fun.
Wow. Booyaka, booyaka.
Oh, y'all didn't follow that up. Damn.
Nah, man. Sorry, the lyrics just gone.
Get low. Get low.
Cheese, get out.
Oh.
Oh, the Glizzy Gladiator speaks. Whoa. Everybody watch out.
All right, guys, can we not make this a thing, please?
Oh, it is certified a thing, actually. I think that
Yeah,
is
there's a
past their
poll on
name.
it.
Oh, there's an official poll.
All right, no. How about this? If we can get at least, I don't know, if we can get at least 3 people to subscribe right now, I will gladly accept the title of Glizzy Gladiator, as you say. I will respond to it. I will respond to it.
I don't think you have a choice here. Jeez, well, how do you feel? Do you think he has a choice in this situation?
I believe the chat has spoken.
True. The Gamer City League chat has actually spoken. You're a dub. You're a dub.
You're dumb.
Can we go back to the game, please? Can this start already? I don't
We can
really...
get into the game in about 5 seconds. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
predictions. Who's winning? Who's winning here? Based off of team comps.
I like the BCT team comp more, to be honest. That Law team comp, Vayne and Katarina, don't get me wrong, those are the hyper carries of League Classic, but we got the Kai'Sa coming in. That Kai'Sa, man, you could get away from the Katarina, you get away from the Vayne, that Kai'Sa ultimate is just too useful. We got the Mordekaiser ult to take away the Cho'Gath, which is essentially their whole front line.
Hold up. Justin, you're a jungle main, right?
Presumably.
Okay, this, what is this? What's it called?
Zero,
Phase
yep.
Rush? Phase Rush, Kha'Zix. Is it a thing?
It is a thing. It's very good. It was a little bit better before Dark Harvest took over. We have a pause coming in.
We have a pause. And it says,
Dog diff being dropped. Got it.
oh, you hate to see the dog diff.
So we have Arlen on another control match. He's very comfortable in these control mages, and I would like to see a little bit more flexibility. But you know what? If he's comfy on it and he appears to be winning lane for the most part, air quotes in CS and in pressure, then don't change something that's not broken. I would like to see more flexibility coming out. Maybe an assassin once in a while, but we put him back on the damage roll. That Galio was cutting it. He says, "I want to do some damage."
Yo, while we were talking about the glizzies, I completely overlooked the fact that the Katarina has ignite and TP. So this is there's no fear in this man's heart. This is just straight up I want to fight.
You know, I actually really like that combination, summoner combination for champions like her, like Camille, because they have these well, for Katarina it's instant the blink to get in and out, but you have to be precise. You have to execute the kill or a takedown in order to be able to get out right away. And I quite frankly, I think the TP is so useful. We saw the Anivia didn't have the TP last game, even though her team did win. She wasn't able to, or she wouldn't have been able to impact the game like Galio was able to, at least for a little bit.
To
And
back
we
up
have
on that, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, sorry. I just want to point out. Clearly, one thing that was learned from last game was TP wins game. So we have 4 TPs this time.
Very true. Even though last game BCT could have utilized their TPs a little bit better, the double TP Galio, I really want to see them used on cooldown, not reactively but proactively. I want the I'm TP down bot and just screaming and pressing that TP button and getting in there. And oh my God, Kennan's TPing, I gotta go. I don't want to see that. I want to see them taking the initiative. But on this Phase Rush Kha'Zix and Phase Rush Syndra, very useful tools against their team. You got to make the space in between the Katarina while she's ulting. You're out of CC, literally just run away. You know what I mean? You got to get away from that fiddlesticks. You got to kite out this cho'gath. Phase Rush has huge impact on this game if they utilize it correctly.
Exactly.
Oh, BCT with the purple gang.
The color coordination coming out of BCT just superior. They're actually all purple. Kaisa got the white fit on from the IG skin, but you know what? We still gonna count her void purple. Maybe she puts the helmet on. Yeah, so they're all purple in their portraits, but they're pretty shiny. They're flexing their skins. We got the what is that? Justice Car Syndra. Oh, the 5-man in the bush, in the river bush.
Oh,
I
if I had
actually
a
really like
dollar,
the pathing a lot.
if I had a dollar for every time I heard that comment.
Currently at 45 seconds.
Okay, it looks like they're counting down on when to go in. I'm not sure if they saw the Syndra. I can't tell if she stuck her head out a little bit. But no,
They know.
and Ollie gets hooked.
Don't. The
Oh,
flash!
God.
The flash forward by Larkin! Oh, that's not good. Oh, Larkin's
Will
raiding.
she be able to catch up? She can catch up. She needs one more auto attack with the Q.
They heal the first blood!
Oh, does she get out?
Oh, Larkin's here!
Oh.
Ollie
What is
did not
this?
want to let his brother die in vain, but
died
unfortunately,
for
Law
vain.
gets out.
Oh my goodness. Larkin with the first blood, looking like the first blood last game, actually just flashing forward into sheer death, knowing that he was going to die here. Longsword.
As much as I support him killing or getting the first blood on Syndra, I think it would have been a wiser choice to run towards the Soraka.
Just give it to Soraka, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Not
It could
Arda
have
up
been though
here.
that they didn't notice or rather he didn't notice the Mordekaiser was there, so that could also be a factor.
I think so. Mordekaiser didn't get a back off though, so just a tiny XP advantage. It might not be as impactful as we think, but the extra gold in Mordekaiser's pocket is fat regardless.
Larkin clearly does not want to disrupt his sleep schedule, and he's trying to wrap this up today, right now.
Hey, give me that first blood, baby. We going. Thresh really needs to be autoing the wave or autoing them right now. Soraka lane, you gotta pressure them. You gotta be whipping them with that huge chain and hook. They're gonna be hitting the level 2 here early with the Vayne first blood. Oh, there it is. The prediction.
Oh, and he just overshoots the hook, is able to get the flay on the Soraka, but not much else.
He was trying to 5-head it, and that looked more like a 2.
Ooh, we got some insider information that Rocket is a Thresh main, so even though the hook was thrown at a 90-degree angle, Weast knows how to dodge it.
Arda gets a nice trade on the Cho'Gath, is able to pull him in a little bit and get the chip damage with the shield.
Huge wave stacked up against the tower. Arda should be going for these isolated Qs under tower, knowing that the that the enemy fiddle started topside if they had that information. That he's completely safe right now. Essentially, there's no pressure to kill this Mordekaiser, so he's just gonna keep shoving in these towers. I would like to see a freeze come out because if you force Cho'Gath to burn all that mana to push the wave in, he's essentially useless. But Artis seems to be just throwing the minions into the tower, saying, "Here, have fun using all your corrupting pots."
You know, kind of in the same vein, a little bit different in the mid lane, where Syndra is pushing in the wave against the Katarina. This is, I think, a common mistake that's done against her, where, you know, like, push her in, she won't be able to roam or anything, but what's really happening is that she's getting all these minions, or rather,
For free.
more minions than she should, for free, exactly. She's not getting, the wave isn't getting frozen, or rather, Syndra's not getting the chip damage that she should on the Katarina. It's a little unfortunate. Now, Katarina's able to build up a little wave on her end in order to crash it on Syndra's tower and get it bouncing back towards her and probably get a really good back timing.
Yeah, a lot of times, it's more important to deny and push your advantage than just pushing them into tower. Pushing the tower makes it feel like you have more pressure, but it's a Katarina. Look, goes in whenever she wants. That's an even trade. It's actually even what just happened in the mid lane. You know, now the minions are at her tower again. She's auto attacking them for free. Refillable pot coming out of Katarina, out of stacks on it, but she just goes back and gets more pots. The Dark Seal first item.
We're gonna need to see some jungle pressure on top side coming out from Stu because currently Cave Bear is getting gapped pretty hard in CS.
Lily realizing I'm Kha'Zix, I'm gonna engage on you in your jungle because I'm the assassin, and I'm gonna deny this fiddle pathing to just pick up that free level 6 like Stu got last game. Stu essentially farmed for free last game.
Oh, and Art is able to get the pullback on Cho'Gath, but unfortunately not the kill. Kha'Zix goes in for a bit of a trade on Fiddle, gets knocked up by the Cho'Gath, but is able to...
Katarina's here with the early rotation, backing on a ward though. Syndra knows that the Katarina is backing. I would prefer to leave the wave in the middle of the lane and to get the free back, but she's gonna shove it in. Hopefully it crashes. Okay, it appears to be crashing. The lane state will be back in the middle of the lane, maybe a little bit towards the Katarina at the end of this. Bot lane, aggressive trades. Thresh being very aggressive positioning here, being with no jungle presence, half HP and walking up.
Vayne building up the gold lead on Kai'Sa with the kill and 12 extra CS, basically 2 waves on top of this Vayne. I mean, sorry, Kai'Sa.
Less than half mana for the Kai'Sa and the Soraka actually matters when it comes to Kai'Sa lanes, If you're talking about the Vayne Kai'Sa matchup, Kai'Sa does not want to be low on mana because that's how she farms, that's how she gets the isolated Q damage, getting the W proc, it's all free. We don't want to be wasting our mana here.
It looks like they're trying to push in the wave, potentially get an okay back timing, but Law is doing a pretty good job of just keeping the wave in the middle.
Kai'Sa needs to farm up here to at least back with a Noon Quiver or with Boots, because at this point, if they both back, Vayne's coming back way stronger. She needs to farm up to make sure the back is at least almost even. Because if you back on uneven backs and they come back with Boots and a pickaxe, or they come back with a Boots and a Vamp Scepter, or whatever they choose to buy here, it's going to be over. They're going to engage for the 2v2. It's a Thresh lane. The Flash Flay, the Flash Hook is going to come out.
Yeah, very unfortunate from BCT's end. They're trying to push the wave into the tower, but they just can't do it. The Thresh won't let the minions go all the way back, and they're freezing the wave as much as they can by their tower and throws down here for the gank.
Stu's looking. Oh, what's gonna happen? The flashlight coming out like I just called. The hook on the Kai'Sa? It hits.
Oh. Vayne's getting the free kill on Soraka. Kai'Sa has to flash out, force the heal, and Vayne gets a double kill. This is so unfortunate for BCT. Not only did Vayne get
Fiddle should push the wave. Fiddle should push the wave.
Larkin is getting spoon-fed these kills right here. It's scary. Like
in the mid lane, what's going on? The dodges and the scatter of the week? Okay.
Katarina was able to get a nice trade on the Syndra, able to get 2 W's off on her, and just dash back out.
Syndra no ignite. That's kind of huge for the Katarina, because Katarina getting hundreds of zeros is way less likely to happen if she's dead already, right? You just go in with the ignite and hopefully kill her before you get ulted. Oh my goodness, the re-engage coming up from Katarina.
Now just trying to... Okay, I thought she was going to try to bait out the E. Syndra did miss her E, but Katarina's too low to go back in.
Katarina needs to sack some minions here and back into... Oh, Syndra's backing off. She doesn't even have to sack the minions. Oh my goodness, this is going to be huge. When Katarina backs and engages before the Syndra ult comes back up, it's actually going to be huge. Okay, back's coming up.
Not going all too well for BCT at the moment. While Arland is a little bit higher in gold lead than Katarina by about 300. We can see that Vayne right now is leading in gold versus Kaiser by 1400. That's basically an entire new quiver.
Prior to those 2 kills that Vayne got, Law was in the lead. I'm sorry,
Engage in the top lane. The
BCT.
Cho'Gath that's a flash away from the Phaedrus Kha'Zix. He zooms away. All
You
right,
basically
Cho'Gath back.
have all your gold right now on this Vayne. So
Oh, we
Vayne-
saw how that happened last game, though. It don't matter. Don't matter.
And Vayne was able to get a really nice trade on the Kaiser under the tower, getting her with the 1 auto, 2 auto, and to the stun onto the tower. It's beautiful.
So, very recently, not very recently, but very huge these past couple patches, ADCs rushing these boots first is actually optimal, compared to the new Quiver a lot. So, Vayne backing with boots and the pickaxe is huge, actually. You get the damage from the pickaxe for basically one-shotting the Soraka, and then the boots helps Vayne proc that. It's just so much value in those boots of speed. The pickaxe is just added. A good back for Vayne is backing and coming back with boots. A whole pickaxe and double longsword on top of that, so much kill pressure.
guys,
Exactly.
it seems
And
like-
counting on the extra movement speed that she has on top of above Kaiser, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, Chris, what were you saying?
oh no, there seems to be. I thought for a second Stu was gonna gank top lane, but it's just there's a lot of jungle focus top lane right now. Seems like this is gonna be the next location for the big fight.
Lily being on this Kha'Zix, you gotta use, you gotta assassinate this Vayne. Like, you gotta get down there and force that game. Go blow your flash. Go red smite her. Whatever it takes to shut this Vayne down and let this Kai'Sa get back in the game. You need to.
Exactly. Because all that Kaiser needs right now, or rather not right now, but in general, is her Q and her E evolutions. Once she has those, she's online, she's ready to do damage, and she might still be able to compete with the Vayne if she gets the
A
hell
solo kill in the top lane.
Solo kill.
Ardit's been forehead pushing this lane in all game without any remorse because Lily's been backing up Ardit in this top lane, and it ends up working out. I wasn't a big fan of this focus in the top lane, but this solo kill is huge. There's no TP on the Cho'Gath. That's a lot of minions crashing.
My opinion right now, you have Mordekaiser full health. You have honestly Lily is full health too. I feel like they should have just gone straight for the
Herald.
Herald. Yeah.
I agree. But they're playing it a little differently. Right now, what I'm thinking is they're getting the Mordekaiser strong,
Huge.
a little bit fed, so he can deal with at least 2-3 characters on Law's side, and then maybe the rest of the team can focus on shutting down this Vayne.
Hey, we already saw last game. Larker's not afraid to build that QSS. If you guys don't know, you could QSS that Mortal. So
Right.
Larker's not afraid of that at all. And also, Vayne isn't bad against Mord. You could tumble the Qs, X, Y, and Z, play it out 1v1. We got Stu in this bush down here looking for the ult. Are we gonna further this Vayne lead? They saw her.
Thresh was able to flay the Kaiser. Kaiser
ult, so
ulting
good.
out. And they're getting.
Oh,
Art is able to TP and get the.
Katarina TPing in. Will she just E out?
Oh,
She's in!
oh, she's actually not afraid.
She's ain't no
getting
flash
back.
needed. Art is able to get the kill on the Thresh.
Vayne has
Brent
flash
does
shut down
die to
Mord
Vayne.
Kaiser.
You got to jump her.
Arlen
So-
is able to get the shutdown on Vayne. It's pretty nice right now, basically counting as 2 kills, getting that 300 extra gold. Kaiser trying to stop Cat's back isn't able to, but they are able to push the tower and maybe get a plate or two.
Okay.
Hindsight's 2020, but I feel like Arda didn't need to die there. The flash forward might have been a little bit aggressive, but I feel like his team didn't even expect him to flash forward there.
You know what? We needed to shut down the Vayne, even though he died for it. Arlen ended up getting the kill. Cho'Gath getting back a little bit in gold, but it's not enough. He's still down 40 gold. Arlen's got a huge shutdown on the Vayne. He's actually Riftmaker completed. That's insane against the Cho'Gath.
I
You're gonna
think
expect that
knowing
so
that Mordekaiser just TP'd bot lane, Cho'Gath should have absolutely taken that wave up top, let that wave crash into the tower, because now Mordekaiser has the ability to just fix this wave for himself.
Not even the wave. Look at that pink ward that's sitting in the bush for free. Actually for free. That pink ward should be gone. Force Ardit to put down that other pink ward. It's the little things like that that help you get these advantages. Stu's on the top side now.
We have a pause here.
Oh, so we're getting a quick update that there's a bit of a disparity in the top lane. As we can
Oh,
see.
if you read the chat carefully, if we squint really hard, Chris is being called a gobbling mad glizzy, and Justin, I love you. Wow. You know what? I think this Syndra's playing perfectly. To be honest,
Actually, I believe he was referring to the other Chris.
Oh, the other Chris.
No, you, Chris.
Ah,
Me,
the one
Chris?
that's referred to as
You,
Cheese,
Chris.
the sausage soldier.
Yeah, the sausage soldier.
Ah, there was no sausage soldier dropped in chat, bro. I'm sorry.
Uh,
There weren't.
and we have Chupapi Munyanyu. I don't know what language that
Can I
is.
get a glizzy translation coming in hot? Chris, what do you think that says? Oh, I'm Spanish. I don't know what that means.
I think the three of us are Spanish, and yeah,
I'm not too sure what that means. Munanyu.
You know what? I
Munanyu?
think it says I love Justin as well. Wow, the Soraka playing perfectly is actually crazy. Soraka Syndra, perfect gameplay coming out. The R is
Oh.
coming in chat.
let's see.
And they're about to resume.
So shutdown wise, right? We got Arlen picking up the shutdown on the Vayne, and then we got Mordekaiser giving the shutdown over to the Vayne. So in the end, Vayne did get stronger out that whole scrap fest, but Vayne getting a pickaxe and a Vamp Scepter. That's two different build paths. You know what I mean? Do I think the mythic could have been done by now? Yes, but maybe she's like, damn, yo, I need to live. Like, let me just get this life steal real quick. Screw the mythic item. I'm already so far ahead. I'm up 20 CS. I got to shut down. My score says 420. It doesn't matter.
Blaze it.
Like, that's what she's about to do. She's about to roll up the BCT pack.
Ooh, that's legal now too, so she has every right.
Ah, easy clap.
We see Kha'Zix jumping in for the cat. Cat has
Oh my
nothing
goodness,
to
threw
jump
right back
to.
into it. The phase rush zooming away. No scatter of the week. Was it used already?
At this point, did anybody type in ready? I feel like
Oh, there
I feel
were
like
readies.
no.
But
I
it's
feel
no
like
man.
Katarina was still typing ready at this point because she was not doing anything about that.
Oh, Arctic getting caught a little bit under the tower, but is able to shield himself to negate as much damage as possible.
So with the Mordekaiser W down, this would be a chance to gank him, but the whole team is in the bot side.
Guys, can we see how?
Syndra just using the scatter of the week. Katarina's able to jump in, ult the Syndra. Syndra is forced to flash away.
Katarina feels the
Goes super low.
gank coming. The bug is on the way. The bug is gonna. Oh my goodness! Please don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Whew. I thought we were about to see the E flash on the tower. The
Oh,
Kai's
Kai's
W.
missing the W by so little. That could have been a great kill right there with the ult.
Katarina no TP, pinging for the dragon. Really good call coming out of BCT. You know, they're not as far behind as they were about 5 years ago. They picked up some gold. We gotta just do the
Actually-
dragon here.
Actually,
Dragon
they're
area.
up a little bit, about 1k, which isn't too much right now, but it's still a little bit. They're now catching Stubaka. She's forced to use her stopwatch. She still has the Thresh Lantern, and she gets away.
Plastic
This-
Thresh, click the
Dragon-
lantern is what is being screamed right now, but it's okay. Stu gets the safety. She's building that Zonias anyway, so to be honest, that stopwatch is still going to be utilized. The dragon doesn't know. What
This
is going
dragon
on
area
here?
is really blue right now. Like they really have been doing a
We're
good
starting the
job.
dragon late. They're lucky Stu's backing, because I think Stu could have stood, but it's whatever. Katarina shoves in the wave, trying to pick up the gold where she can.
They're just letting them know that they're blue Dabba Deepa Dabba Die.
Mmm. Yes. In Spanish now.
Soy blue
I-
Dabba Deepa Dabba Die.
Kha'Zix with the Empower W gets hooked. The Condemn? The Ignite? Oh.
Jeez, I believe you meant Azul.
Azul, that is
Oh,
that's
Katarina with
correct.
the
And Katarina's able
Oh,
to catch
Katarina!
but she's forced to flash away.
Oh,
Thresh
the
flashes
hook!
over, is able
Oh
to
my
get the
goodness.
kill.
We do not want these hyper
Kai'Sa.
carries fed, guys. This is not what they want.
No, absolutely not. Kai'Sa, or rather, sorry, Kat is able to get the finishing blow on Soraka, so she still gets a bunch of gold out of that.
That's a fat paycheck right there.
So the 1-for-1 dragon. What's dragon is next? I can't even see it. Well, what soul do we have this game?
It
It's
is Ocean. It's Ocean.
Okay, Ocean Soul, pretty big, pretty impactful dragon. You know, the Wind Drag was taken. We got the Ocean Soul. It's 1-to-1 dragons. The 1v1 in the top lane, already pulling him back. Okay, doesn't look like anything's
I
gonna announce
half
for it.
expected the ult to go out there for
For the Mordekaiser, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
The
maybe
Cho'Gath
Hispanic.
uses ult. Cho'Gath has no feast available. You just gotta give this, bro. Get out of there.
We have a completed mythic on the Mordekaiser, and Cho still. I'm not sure. I don't think he has enough. Oh,
Well, he did just get a Bomby Cinder, so you know. Sure, so bum okay. 49.
49,
50?
50, 1.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Alright, so now
All
we're
sync
in
again.
sync
So let's
again,
do a
and
mythic
Cho'Gath
count.
is TPing top.
Let's
I'm
do a
sorry.
mythic count. Fiddle no mythic. Cho no mythic. Katarina with the Nashor's Tooth Rush. She doesn't need that mythic off rip. Oh, aggressive trade in the bot lane, but Stu's around. There's pings going everywhere. We got the backs, we got the go-ins, we got to be careful. Syndra's rotating down bot.
Actually, you know what? It's interesting that you pointed out the mythic count because right now 4 people. Actually, forget about that. Fiddle's about to ult in.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, call
Fiddle
again.
ult in while Vayne is able to stun the Soraka against the wall, and while Kai's is able to go in on the thresh, she does die for it. And now we have the 1v1 Kha'Zix v Cho'Gath, but Cho'Gath just nums him away.
Oh, what's going on up there?
Wait, guys,
Okay.
can we take a second to
Wait, what happened? Did the Kha'Zix jump in and Cho'Gath just ate the bug?
I think Kha'Zix might have thought that Cho'Gath did not have ulti at that moment. It's very unfortunate because he was kind of hungry and you know he kind of looked like a snack.
Yeah, I mean Cho'Gath needs that. Those stacks really count. Like you might think, oh, it's only 1 kill to Cho'Gath, but he's actually bigger now. The tower goes down in the bot lane. All right, we need to transition this very fed Vayne to the top lane. Pick up this Rift Herald. I want to see Rifts being taken. Plates might be down already, but it don't matter. Mordekaiser aggressively taking this tower. Says, "Come here. I want the one on."
But Katarina's moving up.
if we hit end, we're able to see the objective timers right now. See,
So drag comes up in 150. Rift is still going to be up for another 2 minutes. The blue side has all the wards in the world in the top side. We need to transition these wards from the bot side of the map to the top side of the map, push them back, get
And
control.
we're gonna
of
see
these.
Katarina go in on the Syndra, is able to ignite. She's super low. Syndra's forces to stopwatch, and she gets away.
The whole blue side team contesting these chickens. Lily says, "These are my chickens. I need protection over here. We protect the chickens."
Look at all these chickens.
Vayne using the scrying orb says, "Yep, the Kha'Zix is in fact still on these chickens." Oh, the tumble forward, just the auto attack.
She is not afraid, and Fiddle is there. Does not ult in. Does she have it? Yes, she does. Or maybe that's a spectator bug. I am unsure. Okay.
Fiddle has the old Dark Harvest stacks. Let's click. Let's see how many Dark Harvest stacks. Only 3 Dark Harvest stacks for the Fiddle, so the Fiddle damage isn't massive yet. Fiddle no Zonias yet either. In fact, this might be the best time to fight against the Fiddle. No Mythic completed, no Zonias completed, only 3 Dark Harvest stacks. You know, sometimes you gotta say, is this the time to fight, or do we want to wait for something special? I think this Kai'Sa picking up some shutdowns. Kai'Sa got the Gale Force completed. You know, it's still, like, fightable. You know, they could still win these fights if you just got to play it, you know, quote unquote perfectly. We got to kill the Vayne.
And with the Gale Force, she has so much maneuverability. Not only does she have ult, not only does she have E, but she has that extra dash available. And it might not seem like a lot, but it could be the or the fight changer.
Cho'Gath 100% be down here for this, just to feast the dragon.
Katarina going in on the Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is able to go out, and she's able to dash away onto the Fiddlesticks.
Ardit's already there. This is a great match.
The ball lane is going in on the Kai'Sa, and she dies immediately. Kha'Zix is next. He gets ignited by the Thresh. Thresh gets stunned
Mordekaiser
by
ignoring
Syndra.
the Vayne. The Vayne is right behind you.
Oh,
Condemns
there's
him away.
2 fights going on at the same time. Mordekaiser gets condemned away. He gets out. Soraka's about to die to the Vayne. She flashes away.
Vayne has flash available. Dead.
There we go.
Syndra in the bush, looking for the free kill. Is the ulti
Arnold
of
getting the kill on
Arnold? You are
Cat.
walking forward. Is this the? Oh my goodness.
Oh, wait, hold on, Arnold.
oh, the hook.
No words
Syndra
needed.
gets hooked and CC'd by the Fiddle, and Vayne getting the double kill on Arnold. They said, you know what, we were born together, we're gonna die together. And you know, I
Side
support
by
that.
side with a friend.
Yep.
You know what's crazy? That was a whopping 5v4. How? You know what, Ardit? I don't know. That Vayne was behind you. I know she goes invisible, but you gotta turn around and smack her with the club. You know, you gotta lay down that big club on that Vayne's forehead because you can't just let her stand behind you like that. Don't worry about the fiddle. Leave
Yeah,
her
you
fiddle
really
alone.
can't. Sometimes all you gotta say is bonk.
Exactly. Bonk. Bonk wins the game. I don't know what's going on here. We gotta focus this Vayne. I know she.
Can we get that guy in here again, Steven? Because that Larkin KDA is looking a little bit higher now.
Tied with most deaths on his team. Larkin's inting. We gotta be careful with that.
However, he does have a 6 KDA right now.
Ah, true.
And yeah, and just over 4K on Kai'Sa. So Vayne is at a hefty 10.2. Actually, she's going in on the Soraka. She has no escape. She already blew her barrier
Gale
and
Force.
flash. Kaiser's able to Gale Force away, but can she actually get away?
That Vayne
Vayne
passive, if
says,
you guys don't know,
Oh my god.
That Vayne passive says if I'm fed, I'm gonna run you down. She gains movement speed towards enemy champions with that passive. So
exactly. And with the ult, it gets even higher.
yeah,
Guys, I think it's time for the 5 Thornmails.
we need the Thornmail on the Phaedrus Kha'Zix. I think that's the only way they win this game. I'm trolling, but still, this Kha'Zix needs to go in on this Vayne. The Vayne has a Mortal Shield bow, so it's gonna be really hard.
Kha'Zix 1v1ing the Fiddlesticks at his red buff. Fiddlesticks fearing Kha'Zix, he actually has to run away, but he has 2 teammates backing him. Oh, sorry, 1 teammate backing him up, Ardit, and Cho'Gath knocks up Ardit. What can they do? They're trying to kite back.
The TP
Ardit
coming
able to pull back and ult Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks has nowhere to go. Fiddlesticks is dead. Katarina
Oh.
does TP in,
Oh, he's about to get eaten.
Oh.
Yeah.
and he does get eaten. So it is a 1-for-1 trade,
Vayne in
but
the
it
bot
looks
lane,
like
running them down
exactly.
yet again. Tower's gone now. The Kai'Sa flashing under turret. This tower was here a second ago, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
The Gale Force is apparently coming in handy over here because
Defensively,
yeah.
Thresh putting in these amazing deep wards. This is what you want to see. We have the advantage. We're getting the wards overextended for it. Soraka throwing down everything. Arlen saving all that burst for this kill. Arlen wants this.
I think it actually went over to Kai'Sa, or it did go over to Kai'Sa, but I actually really like that it went over to Kai'Sa because she needs to be doing damage to whoever dives in on her, and whenever Syndra uses her whole combo, she has to wait a few seconds for her next rotation, and it just won't be enough.
Hey, I'm a broken record with this, but we need some anti-heal on the side of BCT as well. We got the Immortal Shield Bow coming in from the Vayne. That stacks a lot. We got the Cho'Gath and the Fiddlesticks built-in lifesteal and spell vamp coming out of those 2 champions. Even though it is hard to work lifesteal in my lifesteal heal cut into their team, they need to get something. An Oblivion Orb, an Executioner's Calling, something on somebody. They need to coordinate it. Someone needs to take that 800 gold deficit. Already walking down
pulling
the
in
Cho'Gath.
the Cho'Gath near Baron, but
Cho'Gath
Cho'Gath doesn't
don't
want to
care.
give her the pink. He's
Come
not
here.
scared. He's not
Oh
scared.
my.
Oh, and Ardit with a
Wow,
backwards pull.
defensive.
He said, "Psych, see ya."
Now I'm gonna take this pink ward. Look at me.
Man,
Already walking back up. Ego checking this, getting pulled. Passive
Cho'Gath
defending.
doesn't have the Katarina nearby though.
It do not matter.
It don't matter. If you look at the bot side of the map, wards everywhere. Dark side of the map completely dark. They said, you know what? We're playing for both teams with 2 dragons. You know, we need to get some top side of the map pressure. We need to get some deep wards out so we can get these lanes pushing. Dragon's not up for another. How long? How long is the dragon timer? I'm looking for it. 1 minute 20 on drag. We need to refresh these wards. All these wards on the bot side of the map are going to disappear soon.
Yeah, this is a great time to refresh that. You don't want to get caught putting out wards 30 seconds before Dragon comes up. It is just a big mistake that a lot of people make. And Vayne tumbles in against the Soraka, but she just runs away.
Ah, you're the best.
Thank you.
Shout
Oh,
out to
Vayne
Vayne getting
aggressive
the
auto
W
attack.
passive on
Phantom Dancer
Mordekaiser, proccing it
Oh.
twice, and he just automatically
That
dies.
Phantom Dancer be busting.
This has become the Larkin show again. There's just it's what do you do? What do you do at this point?
You know,
What would you do for a Larkin bar? Oh, and Thresh walking up aggressively.
doesn't
pulls
care.
the
Hooks Lily.
Kha'Zix.
The phase rush. Will she zoom out of there? She's zooming right back to the black and white screen. We got a problem going on here, guys. We need these assassins to kill this Vayne. We have Syndra R. We have Kha'Zix Q.
Yeah.
We need the Mordekaiser to ult their front line away, Zonia to safety, and we need to kill the Vayne.
Yeah, that was super poor positioning on the Kha'Zix. There's no reason to be so close to the Thresh when he can just pull you and lead you straight to your death. And now Law is gonna go for the Baron. Super
I think it's
safe.
gonna be Dragon right after, right? The TP going into Dragon. They say we're
Dragon.
trading objectives. We watch LCS. Absolutely
think-
not.
Yeah, I think they could rush straight over there because it's just Ardit or just Mordekaiser on the Dragon right now, and it looks back. They're going straight to the Dragon.
Can I get a silver roll out of these guys? We need to zoom over there right now.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
all right. Let's see. They're about to converge.
Team fight coming in now. They need to walk down. They need to spam ping, walk down, and get away from the Vayne.
BCT does get the Ocean Dragon, but they're not caught. They
All right,
they
they're
do
gone.
pass
They,
out the
you
right
know what?
way.
Whatever.
Playing it safe.
Exactly. I'm not too sure exactly how much of a factor these Ocean Dragons are going to play for BCT, considering that Vayne is just going to annihilate that Mordekaiser. No amount of healing is going to save him there, and she has so much utility
The
on
IE
her team.
completed and another BF sword on top of that. And then with the Vayne R, it's basically another BF sword, to be honest, when you do the math with the numbers. Oh my, okay, we've undo the purchase. We got the rapid fire
She went
cannon coming
straight
out.
for the rapid fire.
Rapid fire. I
That's
just want to go
huge,
pew pew
actually.
from a distance.
Rapid fire PD is such a big like combination. Like you not only are attacking from far, you attack it fast. We in there.
80% crit.
Guys.
And with the IE, isn't that an automatic 100%?
Notice the Fiddle has anti-heal already. Like, they have a Soraka, Fiddle built the anti-heal. Where's the anti-heal on the other side?
This might be the low ELO in me, but at this point, maybe we should get some lockets out here.
The hook
Fresh-
coming in! On the
fresh-
Soraka barrier being popped. Oh my god.
Oh,
You know, right now, Law is actually up by about 7k, but with just strictly between Kai'Sa and Vayne, Vayne is leading by about 6k. That is about 2 legendary items. That is too much right
This
now.
tower's
I'm not
gone,
sure how
Sidra.
BCT's gonna handle it.
This tower's gone. Demolish still available up, so this tower might just go down as well. Come on, Thresh, get in there. Make the tick-tick. Let's go. We're gonna need to take these towers. There's no good siege coming out, but they're just so fed it doesn't matter. It's a Vayne sieging. She don't care. Kazakh's in the back.
I think this is really good posturing from Thresh, just moving up, creating the space that Vayne needs to siege that tower.
Playing Kazakhs for the shutdown, going to the Mordekaiser. What will he do with that gold? Because his whole team's base is falling apart. Tower's going down, open, exposed inhibs, stealing the red buff on the Vayne. Just take the whole jungle while you're at it. I'm not gonna lie, I am a fan of Kazakhs evolving the R first compared to the W, because when you got this fed Vayne and the Fiddlesticks and the Katarina, you gotta run away from them. And when you have that choice of that first evolution, you know, it's usually a debate between R and W. W helps with the clear a lot, but at this point, you need to get on that Vayne. I think the empowered R would have been way more important. Now it looks like we have the empowered.
And Kazakh's using his jump and just dies immediately.
The
to
Uno
tap.
reverse card. I'm the assassin now. The level 14 Vayne assassinating the Kazakhs.
I think that Vayne and Cat could simply just go in. Now with Cho'Gath TPing in.
Oh yeah, that's a
and
big
They
boy.
have nothing to fear. They have nothing to fear at all.
Katarina
This
is
a
looking.
free inhibitor.
this game
Free
looks
inhibitor.
like it's in the bag right now, boys.
Pep down for the inhib.
BCT has absolutely nothing to respond to this Vayne, and it's all going downhill from here. We still haven't seen any Thorn Mill being built, no Glacial, what's it called? The Frozen Heart? Nothing really
Doesn't
stops
hard
this
to slow
Vayne.
down the autos, yeah. I mean, they're lacking in the tank department altogether. I think this is low-key a draft kingdom when it came to this team. You know, BCT, they don't really have protection for the Syndra or for the Soraka. They're kind of just sitting ducks in the back line while the Kai'Sa and the Kazakhs. But in all fairness, they haven't really utilized the lack of team comp anyway, because they're just getting killed when they walk into the jungle. There's no 5v5s
Exactly.
happening. In the end, even if they did group as 5, I think Low would have the advantage.
Exactly, and quite frankly, I am just not a fan of the Soraka pick here. It's not really doing anything for them. In fact, it's just feeding the Vayne more and more.
Very true. That Vayne Thresh lane, you have the choice, like I said, to play aggressive or to play passive. They got that early lead. Thresh said, we in here, flashing forward on the flay. Just picked up so much gold for the Vayne. Speaking of textbooks, Cheese, how do you feel about them just going top to just siege these top towers? They said, screw all that extra stuff. We're about to just run down these towers, pick up our gold, get the triple inhib, and just close out this game.
I think it's completely fine.
Mordekaiser
Dragon-
ulting the Katarina. Doesn't get the passive spinning yet. Backs up after the Q. He knows he's dead. They're pinging him right now. The Thresh is on you. Thresh
Oh,
hooks in
he
the
lands the
Mordekaiser.
hook. He only has to rocket there to back him up.
Vayne
But they let him go
1v2ing
away.
essentially, zoning off the Syndra and Kai'Sa by herself. She says, yeah, I'm Vayne. You're not coming through here.
She said my name, Vayne.
My name Vayne. I don't care. Oh, Gale
Oh,
Force
Kai'Sa
forward.
going in aggressively.
Never
She might
mind.
regret that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Vayne flashing in, targeting the Syndra, but Soraka said, no, take me instead.
Kazakh's jumping. Big hook
Vayne.
mid jump. Oh my god.
Oh, Art using his Zanyas, and then Art using his stopwatch in order to kill the Vayne. Gets the kill, but really at what cost? That his entire team
with
is
the-
dead, and now the base is gonna go down. So who do you guys?
Sacrifice.
Exactly. So who would you guys, kind
You
of just
know,
throwing
I
names
don't-
out there? Who would you name player of the game?
So it was a
Or,
pretty
yeah.
intense game. I think honestly, the first game was game of tanks and game of CC. The second game really came down to who's about to do more damage. We had the Katarina and the Vayne and the Fiddle again doing immense damage, and the potential to do damage for the Kai'Sa and the Syndra, but they just couldn't get the ball rolling.
Guys,
Yeah.
look at this graph.
It's
Guys.
it's quite unfortunate for BCT right there, because I think that they could have pulled something out sooner or later, but the positioning on their end, with for example the Soraka, the Kazakhs just getting caught out, it was really unfortunate for them. But all that gold went to Vayne, and they just took it and ran.
When you're playing this Kha'Zix, you gotta know it's like I want to go kill the Fiddle or I want to go kill this Vayne. Katarina's hard to kill because she's so slippery. She has the flashes. But they needed to stack this. We needed to make the Kha'Zix combine with their laners to make these plays. Soraka, there's no gank set up in the bot lane with the Soraka, so you can't go bot. The mid lane, you have to play it perfectly off the scatter of the week. And the top lane was pushing to this tower the whole game. Where is the Kha'Zix going to pick up this gold from?
Nowhere really. All that they needed. Oh, well, the Kazakhs really needed to shut down the Vayne, but that just wasn't happening.
There's no
It wasn't happening.
gank set up. It's a Soraka.
Oh.
Do not matter.
1 sec, folks. We will be back in a minute. And with the shortest discussion ever, we're back. Give us 1 second here. Other Chris, would you like to do the honors?
Thank you.
I did that too.
Wait, who? Me?
Yeah.
One of you,
That's you.
Chris's.
That's you.
Oh, okay. All right. And for player of the game, can we get a drum roll? Bzzz.
He's in the call, bro.
Okay.
Hey,
Wow.
play the game.
So it is
Larkin.
Larkin. How you feeling, sir?
Dude, I'm feeling good.
That's good.
Oh
to
my
hear.
god, man.
That was
I was almost certain we were gonna lose. So was the chat apparently. I saw 93%
1 to
of the
14
doubters.
ratio. You got a
Larkin.
14 return on that? Holy fuck.
We
Holy shit.
never doubted you guys. We knew definitely it was gonna be a tough matchup. But you, honestly speaking, you made it look very easy.
That's what I like to hear.
What
Bro,
was
Oh my
going?
God.
that first game, you only died once to the Renekton solo kill at the team fight.
Yeah,
Dude, like-
82
Holy
Like
shit.
game one, their draft was, I don't know. I mean, they picked 3 melee and then they picked 2 carries. One of which was bottom, like Caitlyn, which doesn't carry super hard and is into like 3 CC champs with Ashe, Leo, and Fiddle potentially coming down. I don't know. It's like impossible for Caitlyn to play, and then they have no other damage if
So,
Kindred gets behind. So it's like,
How'd you feel when they left the vein open for you the next game? Because the first game they target banned you with 3 times with 3 super hyper
Yeah.
carry ADCs, and you made it work on the Ashe. They gave you the vein, and was it just no question? You're like, yeah, lock it in.
No, actually, when we finished the champ select, I thought I should have picked Tristana because we locked in the vein because it's really good into Mordekaiser. Like if he ults me, I still win the 1v1. Like he never ulted me that game because I assumed he just knew he was gonna lose it. But it's really hard to play Vayne into Kha'Zix and Syndra if they're kind of strong, right?
Mhm.
And it's like not trivial against Kai'Sa either if she's pretty strong because she can nuke you with the W proc in the Q.
Yeah, we had a big discussion about the matchup of the bot lane that basically comes down to support, and you were so far ahead that Thresh was able to play aggressive against the Soraka.
Yeah,
furthering your gold lead.
Kelwa was insane. Like
The
he was
flash
landing
flay?
every engage.
Oof.
Like
man.
every time I'm like, yo, maybe we can find an engage here, and like every single time he finds a kill. It's so crazy. Yeah. But
Stu with the
dude, I
forehead
have to give
flanking.
a shout out to like both Ben and Stu. Like they played so much better than they have in the past couple weeks. Like literally never getting caught out or dying at all. Like being super useful in fight. Every single fight they were like taking somebody out or absorbing like absurd amounts of damage. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, no
That
ego
bitch
coming at us
too.
too that first game, giving up the Kindred stacks when she had to, not even worrying about it. Yeah, go ahead, you can have that stack over there. I'm playing for this bot lane. I'm playing for this Ashe.
Yeah, like, I feel like I'd almost maybe it's not unrealistic to say every one of our players had their best game of the season, like this
Spicy
series. Like it's
take.
all kind of
No
the
double
stars
penta.
aligned. I don't know. It was crazy.
No
Yeah.
penta.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
no
do you
pen
think?
for the
No double Fana. Hashtag.
Uh,
Just by the way, hashtag rip Arnold's points. They lost the combined 40k points on that one series.
Oh.
Hashtag
so
thank you
crazy.
for the payout.
Holy shit.
Oh my
I
god.
needed this. I'm gonna take my 3K and invest it later on. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that returns
you.
well.
Larkin, just a quick question. What have you guys been doing to prepare for these matches? Like it's I know that
Literally,
you've had a lot of tough competition, but like
this past week, I did a couple 1v1s with Ben, and then we talked about the draft a bit, and that was it. Like, we had no time. I don't know what happened, why everyone's playing so well suddenly, but like, we had no time to practice this week, and yet suddenly, I don't know. Maybe it was the break. That's what we needed. I don't know.
so what you're saying
Yeah.
is you guys didn't even practice. That's
Right,
all
we're naturals. Like, wait till we start practicing. It's gonna be crazy.
natural. Got it. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like watching that game, you guys were warding up really well. It's just like pushing your advantage. Just keep on getting wards
Yeah.
on their side. It's like we said a few times. Not to beat a dead horse, but textbook gameplay. Just textbook.
I think Kella is like miles above the other sports when it comes to vision. Like, there isn't really another support in the league that like actually plays vision at like a competent level. You know, like people place wards, everybody places wards and like tries to get vision around the dragon, but like Kella knows to like choke out vision and like use that vision to get picks. It's really
I think
impressive.
he got caught only one time, which is really good for supports. We let them die
Yeah.
all the time. So getting caught one time, and when you had that much of a lead, but trying to find one little hole. What's up? Can we get some Rift Heralds coming out of you guys? You guys had such gold. Can we rotate the top side of the map and take some Rift? Can we get some
Yeah,
vision?
no, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we definitely should have rotated for Rift more, but sometimes it's like if things get really scrappy, maybe we'll get the dragon, but it'll take us a while to reset, and by the time we've reset, it's hard for us to rotate topside to Rift because usually what we do is like Ben's on some sort of tank and we play through bot side. And so trying to get those early rotations for Rift is it's a weakness. It's a weakness for sure. But yeah, I think the Dragon
it's
Prio
almost-
worked out really well. So.
Yeah, you're perfect gameplay. I'm just trying to poke holes in whatever I can because you guys played
No, it's
really.
true. Yeah.
Stu
always
with
room to
these
improve.
lane games, understanding we got to play through this bot lane, and I'm playing fiddlesticks. I'm just gonna go to this alcove. They're not
Really,
warding-
every time, so many good ganks by Stu, so many counter ganks with the ultimate. It was really good. Yeah.
I think they should have picked the Ashe, maybe in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020, of course. Maybe even picking the Ashe to figure out where this fiddle is, even though you know that the fiddle is bot. You know,
Yeah.
check that alcove for free. Throw the Kaisa W in that alcove, something. Need to spot Stu out. That was free.
It was crazy. It was such a good. I'm just so happy how well my team played. Honestly, yeah, it was really good.
So are you guys gonna take the night off and just celebrate, or are you gonna start hitting right after?
It's back to the solo queue grind, guys. I actually have an exam tomorrow morning. Kind of trolling, but doing
Well,
all right.
hopefully this is this is good omen that you're gonna do the same thing your exam tomorrow. So get it done.
Absolutely, and
Yeah,
the same
flash
thing the
forward.
next week. I don't know who we're playing, but
I can find that out for you. Give me a second.
So right now, who do you like? I'm not trying to BM here, but it seems like you seem to have a BCT's number right now.
You're playing
Oh,
GME.
yes.
You're playing GME next week.
JMU.
What do you think about some of the other teams?
Well, we haven't faced Peppa. We lost to Peppa first round. We also lost to PTT. Actually, we lost to almost everybody.
even exists.
Oh my
The current standings is you are in fourth place or something. Hold on,
Something
not
like-
counting this
like-
series, but PTT, BCT, and Peppa were all
Yeah,
ahead of
we've
you.
lost to everybody except for GG and GME. So honestly, like by some miracle, we went from losing to everybody to winning against the undefeated seed. So I don't know. I don't question it.
Okay.
I guess we're on the resurgence.
Can
That's
make
crazy.
the argument. Picking out the cutting corners and stuff and making pretty roundabout comps. Said, wait, just play through bot. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
just high five each other and just sense it.
All right.
Straight up.
We should probably wrap up the interview. So just the quick questions. Is there any shout outs you'd like to make to your friends, family, teammates? Casual.
Shout out to all my teammates for playing like fucking gods this game. Also, shout out to the 7% of people who voted for us.
Let's get it.
They get the 1 to 14 return. By the way, Justin, you were the highest points bidder. You currently got the you went from 1,300 points to like how much are you at right now? Like 17.
20K.
20K. Holy shit. So I think he's currently the
Insane.
richest in the entire chat in terms of points.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Get the body
Which-
pillow.
Which is actually, if you've noticed, I've actually changed the point reward for the Larkin body pillow. It's actually 100k. It's not that hard to get if you
Wait
pull
a second.
it off. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you're already a fifth of the way there. But you're gonna have to gamble some more, Eric. Or
Don't worry,
Justin,
Lark. Don't worry, like we all in every time, baby.
Yeah.
Make it happen. That's right. You know who to bet on now.
And then the final question is, I guess the trash talk for next series. How are you feeling going into the GME series?
After this series, I'm pretty sure we're never gonna lose again.
Ever, just
I'd
ever.
say ever.
Gee.
Yeah.
Easy. Make sure they ban you out every time from now
Alright.
on.
Hell yeah.
All right, thank you, Larkin.
All right, GG's guys. Thanks.
GG.
All right. That's gonna be it from us, folks. Casters, I would like to say thank you very much. This was very entertaining. I need you guys to be on more often. This is quite an interesting experience.
Thanks
Connor,
for having me.
Yeah,
Kinda
for
this-
real. Thanks for having us.
this has been a great experience. Can I just have one more second, please?
Yeah.
Just want to say to everybody watching, hit that sub button at the bottom. We're trying to spend this money out here, okay? The stimmy for the city. Remember that.
Give me for the glizzy. I mean, what?
What? Oh, this is from the Glizzy Gladiator himself. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you casters want to say? Or... We good?
Yeah, I said
Okay.
in the chat. I'm sorry for not knowing all you guys by name. You
No, that's all good.
calling at names and stuff. So
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, that part was a little difficult, but otherwise that was a really
Oh
fun
yeah.
series to
Apologies
cast.
about that. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. I don't think we have a planned game yet, but in terms of what is supposed to happen this week, will be Permanent Team 3 versus Golden Gamers, and Peppa versus Ape Strong together. So those are the other two series.
I love that name. I'm all in on that.
Yeah,
That team.
that acronym
Regardless.
is GME. They haven't won a series yet, but well, maybe they'll
But-
change that. Yeah. All right.
I mean, didn't Law? Just
Yeah.
get on
Law
the
just got the
resurgence?
big upset. The 1 to
Yes.
14
There we
odds.
go.
All
that's
right.
what we
Justin, your opportunity to get that body pillow is coming
we
up.
all
Yeah,
in,
thank
baby.
you.
Let's